Hello, everybody. Hello. We've been live on Twitch for a few minutes. I usually do like an introduction over there, and then we go live over here. But yeah, we've been talking about these new lamps. I really like the way these look, and I'm excited to get all the colors. I love good free items. I do. And that's exactly what this is this week. They're pretty good. Now, one little thing about these is, I will say, like, the top piece, I wish it wasn't so, like, pixelated, but it is what it is. And you know what? When you're not close to them, they look fine. And they're going to be awesome for the background of, like, Dreamsnaps. I mean, they look so good. This is one of my favorite event items I think we've ever had. I'm obsessed with these. I haven't made the arts just yet, but yeah, these look awesome. So now that we've talked about these, I'm going to... oh, and real quick, I don't know how it is for you guys, but my green eggs, my fishy eggs, they just keep showing up in the same place every single time. It's like every 3 minutes or so, they spawn, and it's like over and over. I just keep getting them in the same spot. Like, I know exactly where they're going to be. I checked around, like, all my biomes, and I didn't see them anywhere else. But yeah, they just keep popping up right here for me. Like, every few minutes. I don't know who was calling me, but I'm live right now, so we're going to just turn that off. But yeah, I keep getting them right here. There we go. Red Mermaid says, I caught the live again. I love the lamp and the eggs too. Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. And welcome, Mermaid. Welcome. Oh, yeah. I have the pets with me. I should grab a fishing villager too. Yeah, we can get some extras. Same place and by the cave. Oh, do they spawn by Ursula's cave as well? I don't think I checked over there. So there's 2 spots, huh? Okay. Yeah, I thought they would spawn like a little bit more sporadically, so you'd have to like search around for them, but I don't really mind. Yeah, that's why I couldn't find this one. It's under my house. Okay. Well, thank you. I did not know about this one. There we go. Just move that out of the way. Awesome. So yeah, you can just run back and forth here. Hey, Guru. Thank you for the 100 bits, my friend. Much appreciated. And welcome, Guru. Welcome. Oh, I pushed the wrong button while I was looking there. Okay. So yeah, for those of you on YouTube just tuning in, I'm going to let you know what's on the agenda today, because we've already talked about it over on Twitch. What we're going to be doing today is, first and foremost, I want to make that new banner, and we're going to be discussing this event a little bit. Once we're done with that, we're going to take a look at the premium shop. I might not get the new Jester outfit. I don't know. You know, especially the wings being almost 2,000 moonstones. It's neat. It's pretty unique and kind of cool, but I don't know if I would ever use it, and I don't know if I want to use it this week. Like, I just don't know if it's for me. Let me know how you guys feel about that item. Are you guys going to purchase that new outfit in the wings, or are you going to pass on it? Like, what are your thoughts? How you feeling about that? I'm just not sure if I want it. And we can always just look at it in the example section of the shop. So once we talk about the premium shop a bit, we're going to dive into this week's Dreamsnap challenge. And I'm going to be building my example scene for tomorrow's YouTube video. Because as you guys know, every Thursday, I drop a YouTube video giving tips and tricks for that week's Dreamsnap challenge. So last week, I ended up being really late to my live stream on Thursday because I waited until Thursday to make the example scene, and it took hours to put together. And then, because I kept on having to move things around, and I wasn't like too happy with it until, you know, I finally got it down. So I didn't even start editing my video or like recording for my video until pretty late. So I ended up not going live until like 5, which is, you know, or 5:30, which is way too late for me. So we're going to avoid that this week by building my example scene on stream today. And then I'll be ready for tomorrow's video about the challenge. But if you want to get a head start on the challenge and kind of know my thoughts on it and see what I'm thinking and what kind of ideas we have, then, you know, you can check us out doing the build today. Oh, that's what I was doing, Steph. Thank you. Yeah, the ADHD is strong. I get sidetracked. I was like, why am I in the glade? I know why I was in the glade. I was going to grab Daisy. Yeah, because she is a fishing buddy, so I was going to go grab her real quick. I totally forgot why I went in here in the first place. I was like, what am I doing in here? All right, yeah, let's go pick up Daisy real quick, and then we'll go back to fishing. Elizabeth says, I got it, but it's not a need if you need to save. Well, I'm doing pretty good on moonstones. You know, I could definitely get it. And we've got our 4K, you know, every week. And on top of that, I've got my, you know, I got the big bundle of moonstones at the beginning of the update. So I'm doing good on moonstones, but with the current state of the game, like with some of the bugs and issues we've been encountering, I still want to support this game, but I don't want to, you know, I don't want to give the game more than $55 per update, because, like, they're adding more and more and more premium stuff to the shop, and I feel like they need to put more of a focus on making the game a little bit smoother and better. So it feels like a lot of the updates here lately, the best part of the updates in a lot of ways is the premium items. So for me, it's more about kind of making a statement, and I don't want to support bad habits. Like, I don't want to continue to pick up everything from the shop, because I feel like that rewards what Gameloft is doing at the moment, and I'm not too happy with it. So, and, you know, and if you want to pick up everything from the shop, like, you know, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not saying you have to do what I'm doing. I'm just going to only pick up items that I really want. And I just don't really want the Jester item. So, you know, that's kind of where I am on it. But yeah, I'm fine on moonstones. I don't really need to save. Not to mention, as a full-time content creator, any moonstone purchase is a tax deduction for me. So I can just buy all the moonstones if I wanted to. But since I'm already giving Gameloft $55 every update for the big bundle, and I'm already winning, you know, my 4K moonies on Dreamsnaps every week, the fact that that's not enough to cover, like, all the update items is kind of crazy. So I don't mind the game getting more expensive like that. I don't mind them adding way more premium stuff each update. I have no problem with that, as long as the game is smooth and polished. But the fact that my furniture mode still bugs out, like, I'll place an item and then it'll disappear, like, I can't see it, but it is there, so I can't put anything else in its place, and I have to restart the game. The fact that in certain biomes, if I try to use my camera in free mode, the camera just teleports all over the place. The fact that villagers still have the stone wall bug, where they just, like, become a solid wall I can't push or move. I mean, this is just off the top a handful of bugs that kind of frustrate me. And also the fact that the Scrooge shop, everyone's been complaining about the way the Scrooge shop has been working, like how it's not consistent with new items. I had to wait over a year to get the stone vine decorations from Storybook Vale. And people have been complaining about that for a long time. And Gameloft just ignores it. Meanwhile, we get, like, you know, tons of new premium stuff every update. And again, if they were fixing all of these little issues, then I would buy everything. But until I see a little bit more concern from Gameloft about some of the player feedback that's getting ignored, I just don't really want to buy everything, because I feel like it rewards bad behavior. So, you know, that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. But again, you do you. You get what you want to get. You can pick up everything from the shop, you know. You can buy all the moonies and support Gameloft as much as you want. This is not a statement from me trying to tell you what to do. It's not me saying, oh, you shouldn't buy anything because you're rewarding Gameloft. No. That's just my own personal take for me. You know, that's where I'm at. And up until, you know, early 2026, I got every single premium item ever, except for 2 tool sets that I just didn't like. I didn't get the Monsters Inc. tools, and there was another tool set I didn't pick up. Those are the only 2 premium items in the entire game that I didn't get before 2026. But since the Beast and Belle update, I've been a little bit more reserved with what I've been picking up. And that's just where I'm at right now. So yeah, I don't really need to save the moonstones. That's not what it is. It's more like a personal decision of mine. That's all. But again, you guys do you. You know, last thing I want is to try to discourage people from supporting a game they love. So keep in mind, like, none of that I just said is meant to sway you from whatever you're doing. I still don't have the stupid stone fence. Oh my God, Jasmine. Why won't they let us invite friends to our DLC screw chops? You know what I mean? That would fix most of the issues. Well, not for everybody, because some people don't do multiplayer. But yeah, the stone fence is another one that people have really struggled to get. And it looks so good. It's kind of unfair because, like, it's a great Dreamsnap item, and you just, you know, if you've had Storybook Veil since it came out, that means you've been checking that shop for a year and like 3 months, and you still don't have the items you technically paid for. Because when you buy a DLC, essentially you're purchasing all the furniture that comes from that DLC. So it gives you the rights to all the crafting furniture, all the screw chop furniture, and sure, you won't unlock them right away. You got to get the materials, you got to check with Scrooge, you got to purchase everything. So, you know, I'm not saying that they need to give us everything on day one, but the fact that Storybook Veil has been out for well over a year, and you still don't have the fence, that should be a red flag. I even sent them a support ticket about this. And I was like, look, I don't think this is a bug, but it's a problem. And I explained to them that a lot of people in my community are frustrated. And they were like, thanks, we'll pass it on to the team. And that was like 4 months ago. And I still haven't heard anything about them caring, you know, about the Scrooge shop. I'm not saying that the Scrooge shop should just have nothing but new items every day, but very clearly the way it's set up right now, some items just seem to be very inconsistent. And unless you got lucky enough to get those items like within the first couple of weeks of the update, you end up having to wait so long for them to spawn in. So yeah, that's one of my frustrations with Gameloft right now. So I love the game. I especially love Dreamsnaps. And, you know, I've always enjoyed Dreamlight Valley. There's just some things Gameloft does that just irk me a little bit. And that's kind of where I am with it. I've never had the Hyena Cave in my shop. I got the in a green chest. Oh, at least you got it. I was about to say, for the Hyena Cave gene, the nice thing with that one is, since it's a Valley Screw Chop item, you can get it through multiplayer as well. So that's nice. Vox has agreed. Yeah, that's, you know, I feel like a lot of people feel that way at the moment. And thank you again for the hype train on Twitch, you guys. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome. Greatly appreciate that. So glad they added the green eggs to Wally's rewards for doing his daily. Oh, did they? I didn't know you also got green eggs from Wally. Well, that's cool. I mean, they're pretty fast to get from fishing, too. But, yeah, fishing can be a little stale. I just hope they fix the bug that causes epilepsy, or I'm going to be like what happened to the Olaf animatronic at Disney Adventure World. Well, I don't know what happened to that animatronic, but... Oh, wait, I think I saw a video of that, actually. I think it was like a viral video. Yeah, I saw what you sent me with the furniture mode glitching out. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. I haven't had that happen for me, but yeah, if somebody is epileptic and that happens in their game, that's very problematic. So hopefully that'll get fixed as well. But yeah, there's I would just love to see Gameloft focus a little bit more on quality of life and focus a little bit more on polishing the game. You know, we've been outside of early access for a very long time. And the fact that we're still dealing with some of the same bugs we've had since early access, yet they always have the time to increase the number of premium shop items and add, you know, new ideas to the premium shop, like a watering can that levels up, and Dream Castle skins, and 8,000 Moonstone bundles that drop on the first day of the update. You know, they're very consistent with taking care of the premium shop. I would just like to see them put some of that energy into polish, and then also into, you know, quality of life changes to the Scrooge shop, and maybe some things for the camera mode. I am very happy they added the villager toggle. That's super helpful, but I wish it worked a little bit differently. The fact that turning your villagers on and off just kind of has them teleport between two spots and you can't really control exactly where they're going to pop up. I mean, you can push them, you can trap them, you can still, you know, the toggle is good, but it could have been so much better. It could have been so much better. And maybe it will be if we give them time, but I would love to see some adjustments on that as well. Lee Rat says, I made the same comment to them about the multiplayer only been restricted to the Valley. Yeah, I feel like if they set it up to where, you know, multiplayer worked in the DLC regions, it would make the Screwed Shop issues a bit less problematic. Because if you were stuck trying to get a certain item, because I've already got the stone fence and I got my first set of stone vines, so I've had the stone fence pop up a couple of times, and since it's so rare, if it did pop up, you know, I would just be able to let you guys know and somebody could come get it. You know, I think it would be really good to see something like that. But, you know, we'll see what happens. You know, they continue to improve the game. I mean, if you think about it, Dreamlight Valley is a lot better than it was a year ago, 2 years ago. So it's continued to improve. It's continued to get better. And they have put a good focus on like quality of life. I just want to see a little bit more for some of these issues. That's all. Anyone know how often the eggs spawn in the realms, bushes, and biomes? I think it's kind of similar to how herbs spawn. If I recall from the last couple of years, it might be like every 15 minutes, but I could be wrong. It's been a while since we did the egg thing. Maybe somebody in chat knows. Anybody know how often the realm eggs respawn? Aria says every 12 minutes, but for the bushes, it's every hour. Okay. So the realm eggs spawn every 12 minutes, which is about what I thought, you know, when I said 15. I think that makes sense. And for the egg bushes, those are going to refresh on the hour. Or, you know, 60 minutes from when you pick them, I think. I should be getting close to having enough eggs to make all these new craftables. There we go. Country Girl said 3 egg fruit bushes will appear, each granting 3 excellent fruits for every 60 minutes. The wild spring eggs across all valley biomes. 5 wild spring eggs will appear every 30 minutes with a maximum of 10 present at once. And you can craft the vegetable eggs, the V eggs, the veg. I don't like the name of that one. It's weird. Danielle says, happy refresh day, friends. Indeed. Happy refresh day to you as well, Danielle. Welcome back. How many eggs do we have here? Oh, I have 26. Wow, yeah, we're racking them up. Thanks to the kitties and thanks to Daisy helping me get some duplicates here. How often do the purple spots respawn? So they're going to appear in 2 spots for me. There's one here, and there's one on the other end of the beach by Ursula's Cave. And they respawn like it feels like every like 3 minutes or so. It's pretty fast. Like, we've only been fishing for maybe 15 minutes, and we're back up to 26 eggs. So, you know, if you bring a fishing buddy with you and a couple of kitty cats or anything that duplicates fish, and you just stick between these 2 spots, yeah, we've been getting them like every 3 minutes or so. Browning said green eggs 3 to 5 minutes. It might feel like every 60 seconds, Scuttle, but I bet if you timed it, you would find it's not quite that. Because I doubt you're running a timer. And 3 minutes is pretty fast. So you might think it's 60 seconds, but I don't think that's the case because you know, nobody has said it's only 1 minute. And I was doing this before the stream started today. And, you know, sometimes they would respawn way faster. Because I think what happens is it's running on like an interval. So basically at a set time, the game checks. And if there is no ripple there, it spawns a ripple. So like if I since that just happened, since this ripple just spawned, I'll have to wait the full duration for the next check. But if you fish this spot like close to the time that it would refresh, it'll pop up a bit faster. But if you get in the habit of fishing both of these, yeah, it's going to be about every, you know, for me, it's been about every 3 minutes or so. But yeah, I don't think it's every 60 seconds. I mean, I can sit here with this one and see. I'm just going back and forth between these two. Stream time right now is 47 minutes, 15 seconds. So we'll see when that respawns. We'll check it out. Miss Ari said I had one respawn right away and it scared me. Yep. That's what I was talking about. I had that happen to me as well. That's exactly how the flowers in Wish Blossom Ranch work as well. And some of the other flowers and herbs in the game. Basically, there's these timed intervals in the game code. And at that time, it will check the area. And when it checks the area, if the item it's checking for doesn't exist, it spawns it. So, you know, you can clear a fishing spot, and then 2 seconds later, it could check and then respawn it. But if you fish that spot right then, the next check likely won't happen for 3 minutes or so. Did you ever go back and watch the whole accidentally released video from yesterday? No, I did not. It was a little bit busy. I wanted to get my video, my new YouTube short, my TikTok posted and all that stuff after the stream. I also worked on making a couple of changes. Okay, so it was 47:15. So this one came back in about a minute and a half. Let's see what it does now. But yeah, I've already heard about what was in that video, because I know they were, I'm saying a lot. They were talking about the new museum and stuff, which I think could be kind of a neat feature. Honestly, having a museum in Dreamlight Valley is kind of overdue. Most cozy games already have a feature like that. Yeah, there was a new video today. Luna says, hello, how are you? I'm doing good, my friend. I'm doing good. How are you doing today? We're just getting some eggs at the moment. We're getting some eggs. Crafting the new egg lampposts. They look really good. They're very cool. Happy to get some good-looking free items. Always happy for something that's not taking money from the players. Yeah, this one's pretty consistent. This one seems to be a little bit faster than the other one. The other egg spot. Let's time the other egg spot. Yeah, this one's coming back about every minute and 20, minute and 30, somewhere around there. I'm gonna leave that memory there for the STARPATH because that's coming up soon. So let's go check the other one. Oh, I need to go get some food. This is my last pastry. I'm gonna time this one as well. This one's still not back. Wait, so we got the other spot? That's crazy. We cleared the other spot 3 times, and this one's still not here. I think there was... Oh, yeah, we read that. Jin, hello! Jingle Bells says, hi, everyone. What's up, Jingle Bells? Welcome, welcome. I'm curious how the changes to the STARPATH rewards will shake out. We'll have to see, you know. We'll know soon enough. We got, like, 1 week to go. Getting very close. How is this one still not back? That's crazy. I bet you the other one's already back. Yeah, I don't even want to time this one because I feel like I'm just going to have to sit there for 5 minutes. Maybe that's why this one's spawning so much faster, because the other one's spawning slower. Yeah, this one's already back again before the other one's ready. Or maybe what's happening is, in order for the game to spawn that one, it has to detect one here first. That could be the case, and since we keep clearing this one, it keeps respawning this one before the other one. So this might be the place to fish by Ursula's Cave. I think that is what's happening because, look, it still hasn't respawned because we cleared it again. So I think the way the game is determining this is when it checks for the purple fishing spots, it checks the location by Ursula's Cave first. If there is no fishing spot, it puts one there. And when it checks and there is a fishing spot there, then it will put one here. I think that's the reason this one's not respawning. We'll confirm that by clearing it again. You talking about iPhones? You said they shut down older models over time to make room for new ones? They're so expensive. Did they... Well, they don't, like, actually shut down. Well, I know that they drop the iOS. Like, they drop the updates for them and stuff. Like, they'll get to the point to where, you know... Yeah, this one... I see. This one will not respawn. This one will not respawn if you're clearing the other. But the other one's faster anyway, so if you want to get a lot of green eggs, just stay over here and keep clearing this one. Makes more sense. Kind of weird they set it up that way. Cambridge, we were just talking about that. If you had one spawn immediately after fishing it out, it's because, as I was saying earlier, the game doesn't start the timer right when you clear the spot. The timer is already built into the game. So the game is programmed to about every minute and 20 seconds or so, it will check for the fishing spot. And if it doesn't detect it, it'll create one. It'll spawn one in. So if you happen to clear the spot at like 1 minute and 18 seconds, and then 2 seconds later it checks and it's not there, it'll spawn one. And then you'll just have to wait the full duration if you get that one right away. That's the same exact way the flowers in Wish Blossom Ranch work. I actually have a whole video about exactly how they spawn, because a lot of people wanted to know how to get more flowers faster. And the flowers in Wish Blossom work very different from the flowers in the other DLCs. So you can actually get a lot of them really fast if you set up ancient vacuums and you know the intervals. My iPhone 14 is getting to the point where it won't hold a charge for more than 6 hours. Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to be like any phone if you've had it for a while. The longer you've had a device with like a lithium battery with like, you know, the regular, you know, internal batteries that we have in a lot of these devices, the more often that device gets charged and gets drained, the less it's capable of holding a charge. So over the years, yeah, you will have some issues there. Luna, do you stream or share your gameplay somewhere? Luna, yeah. I'm live on Twitch right now. I'm talking to 2 chats. So, you know, if I don't reply to you right away, I'm having conversations with multiple people. So the YouTube chat is not the only chat I'm talking to right now. I like how you said you said you're not replying, but I'm literally talking to somebody else at the moment. So yeah, I have 2 chats right now. I'm live on Twitch and I'm live on YouTube. So if I'm talking to somebody on Twitch, that means I can't reply to you right away. So just be patient, and I'll get back to, you know, I try to talk to everybody, so don't worry. But, you know, you just got to give me a little bit of time. I'm a human, you know. It'd be nice if I was like a high-functioning AI that could just reply to everybody at once. Maybe I'll get the Elon Musk brain chip inserted into my head, and then I'll be better. So I'll try my best. But yeah, I share my gameplay here on YouTube, and I also stream on both Twitch and YouTube. We're live on both platforms at the same time. Holly, hello. I see Holly Zontal back in the chat. What's up, Holly? Good to see you. Good to see you. Luna says, oh, I see. I like it. Yeah, Luna, we just started streaming on YouTube recently, so I'm pretty new to going live over here on YouTube. We've been streaming on Twitch for a long time, for many years, And before that, I was streaming on Facebook Gaming, which a lot of people don't even know Facebook had live streams, but they do. I've been a full-time content creator for about 7 years. So I've been doing this for quite a while. I've covered a lot of different games. We've done a lot with Dreamlight Valley. Here lately, I've mostly been making content with Dreamlight Valley and Pokopia. Those are my two big loves. Lunaire said Simp AI. Yeah. SENP AI. We just gotta get the AI version of me. And then I can just be rapidly replying to everybody at once. But yeah, for any of my friends on either Twitch or YouTube, if you make a comment and I don't see it, feel free to put it back in the chat. Feel free to throw it back in there. You're not gonna get scolded by us for like saying the same thing a couple times. Occasionally, I will miss a couple comments. Twitch is a bit busier with chat than YouTube, so there's typically a lot more, because that's where I've been streaming for a while, so there's going to be a lot more people chatting on Twitch, and I will get caught up in conversations, but I do try really hard to keep up with both. Vox says, what game did you start your career with? Okay, so that's a fun story. When I started streaming, I had no intention of it being a career. I picked it up as a hobby. I thought it would be a fun hobby. And I didn't really know what I wanted for Christmas. And people were asking, like, family and stuff. And I was like, I was working as a chef at the time. So I was very busy. I was on a salary. I was working loads of hours. And I've always been a gamer. And I wasn't finding the time to really enjoy games. So I would live vicariously through other gamers. I started watching streams more often because I didn't really have the time to enjoy games as much myself. So I found myself lurking in a lot of streams. And then how am I missing that? When Christmas rolled around and people were asking, like, what do you want? I was like, I've been watching streams. I think they're kind of fun. I wouldn't mind doing that as a hobby. And that way I can do something productive with like the little bit of gaming time I have. So I never thought I was like interesting enough or fun enough to be a full-time creator. Like, it wasn't even on my radar. It wasn't in my plans. I started out with like a very basic setup, like a laptop and a cheap like $40 mic and like a $30 webcam. I wasn't even using a regular monitor. I was using an HD TV with my laptop hooked up to it with a capture card. So the first game I streamed was actually Jedi Fallen Order, because I had gotten the game as a gift and I was about to beat the game, so I did my first stream. And I had a lot of friends come by and like hang out. But after that, it got pretty slow, because like a lot of the friends and family that came by for my first stream were just coming by to like show support and check it out. But a lot of them weren't really into watching streams or gaming. So after that, I would have like 2 or 3 viewers, 4 or 5, and it was pretty slow going for a while. But I kept doing it. I was streaming like 3 days a week. And over time, I started to see the same faces, like showing up each time I went live. I started getting to know some people. And then the pandemic rolled in. We got hit with COVID. And once the pandemic came in, I was out of work. So I started streaming a lot more. And I started making a lot of Animal Crossing content, because I was really enjoying Animal Crossing at the time. And that's when my stream really started to pick up. We went from having like 10, 15, 20 people in to having like 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. It was all over the place. And once things opened back up and the lockdown restrictions lifted and people kind of returned to work, I had to make a decision on whether I wanted to continue pursuing content creation or go back to, my previous life. And a lot of people in my community were very encouraging of me continuing to make content. They were like, you're really good at this. You have what it takes. And I didn't really believe in myself, but my friends and my community believed in me. So I never turned back. And now I've been a content creator for about 7 years. Did you stream first or create YouTube content first? Stream. I did streams first. Vox says Animal Crossing is when I first remember you. Yeah, that's shortly after I first started. Luna says, can I add you on Discord to talk more about the game? If you want to chat with me about the game, Luna, I would prefer we chat here instead of like via Discord. I do chat on Discord with some of the friends I make on the stream, right? Like I've made a lot of friends over the years. But most of the people I spend my time chatting with on Discord are people I'm really close to. So like, you know, my head moderators or people that have been in the stream for a while will send me a message sharing something, talking about Dreamsnap. But what you have to understand is I don't know you too well yet. And there's a lot of people I talk with on Discord already. And I don't have unlimited free time in my life. So before I do my live streams each day, I am typically editing videos for YouTube or posting on my socials. And I work with content. I work most of the day. So I'm usually working about 8 to 9 hours a day, every day except Sunday. Now, once I'm done streaming and I'm like done with work for the day, I prefer to spend time with my loved ones. So I'm not really going to be on Discord like after I'm done streaming. So what I would say to you for, you know, can I add you on Discord and talk to you there? If you want to talk to me, I'm right here. You can catch me streaming 5 days a week. We can talk right here. I'd rather not add somebody on Discord that I just met a few minutes ago, because if I do, you're just going to be disappointed that I'm not responding. Because I very likely will not respond. Now, if I see somebody reach out in a Discord message that I've known, that's been a member of the stream for a while, somebody that I'm close with, well, yeah, I would respond to them for sure. But I get a ton of messages on Discord already, and most of them I can't respond to. I would love to be able to respond to everybody, but it's kind of like the same thing with the chat we were talking about earlier. All right. You can find all my socials in the video description, Luna. If you check my video description on this stream, there is a link to my link tree, which has all of my socials. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. JMR says, question, I really want to build this week's Dreamsnap and Pixie Acres. That's exactly where we're going today. Do you know if Vitalis Lanterns cast light on floating islands if I take a pic after 7 p.m. real time? Yeah, they should cast light. They should cast light in Pixie Acres as well, as long as it's past 6 p.m. As long as it's past 6 p.m. local time, and changing the offset won't change that. But even without Vitalis Lanterns, Pixie Acres is genuinely going to be one of the best places this week because of the backdrop, like having the giant butterflies. It's a great wow factor. I think most people that have Wish Blossom Ranch are going to be going to Pixie Acres this week, but you don't have to. You know, you can always build your own scene in the meadow with like giant mushrooms or other giant plants. So I'm probably going to build my example scene in Pixie Acres with the giant butterflies for sure. Alice in Wonderland would be an awesome approach to the challenge, Ice Baby. And it would be a great way to utilize Alice and utilize Cheshire Cat. A very fun way to approach the challenge because, you know, Alice is a villager that did shrink down in size. So it could be you and Alice, or you could cosplay Alice and you could do an Alice in Wonderland build. There's a lot of fun ways to approach the challenge. So I do think Alice in Wonderland could be really fun. As for me, I think I'm going to go with Pixie Acres because I actually haven't really used it. I did use it for an example scene in a previous Dreamsnap challenge, but I did not end up utilizing the snap I made as an example. I ended up going with something else. So I actually don't think I've ever submitted a Dreamsnap from Pixie Acres. So I think I'm going to do that this week. You know what? I'm going to use an auto cooker. Also, what do I have in here? Okay, good. We got a few extras. Yeah, I'm going to go use an auto cooker. Well, let's craft the rest of the new items. We have enough eggs now. We're good to go. Beyblade says, I thought Fairies, Alice in Wonderland, Bugs Life, or even like a Borrower's Vibe. Yeah, there's a lot of great ways. Really, it doesn't matter, like, what kind of approach you take, like, you know, what kind of story you're trying to tell, whether it's Alice in Wonderland, Pixie Acres, as long as you make it convincing that you're shrunk down in size. So a lot of the good landscaping items this week, some of the good Alice in Wonderland items, there's going to be a lot of great things you can utilize here. As for me, my favorite thing about Pixie Acres is just that those giant butterflies are so cool. And I think we're going to see a lot of them this week. The downside to doing Pixie Acres is the exact same reason. It's going to be very common. A lot of people are going to be doing that. So you might get good results from switching it up and taking a different direction, like Alice in Wonderland or Bugs Life or something along those lines. But I do think Pixie Acres is a very good, safe bet. Crispy Crispin, I see you over there on YouTube as well. Welcome, welcome. Luna, I've already explained to you that, you know, I'm not going to be adding you on Discord. So, yeah, because you said we can chat outside of this app. I spent like a good, like 6 minutes just a couple seconds ago explaining why I'm not going to do that. Because I don't really know you. You know, I don't really know you. So I'm going to ask just one time, Luna. I'm going to be as nice as I can be about this. I would really appreciate it if you respect my boundaries. If you continue to ignore my boundaries and you continue to brush off what I'm saying, then, you know, we would have to take steps, because I don't want anybody in the stream that's making me feel uncomfortable. So, you know, you can chat with me here, right here. And I chat with my friends in Discord that I met through the stream, but those are people that came to the stream for months. We got to know each other, and then I added them on Discord. You know, I can't just add everybody I meet on the internet and like have conversations with them. I have a full-on life. You know, if maybe you weren't listening at that point, but I would recommend rewinding the stream and just kind of hearing me out on what I said. But please, please, please respect my boundaries. All right. Samantha said me and Senpai aren't even friends on Discord. Wait, really? Samantha, I've known you for like 6 years. I mean, well, to be fair, I don't think you ever sent me a friend request on Discord. You're like one of my head moderators. Most of my mod chat goes through Ashley, but that's kind of wild. How are we not friends on Discord? You didn't send me one either? Well, dude, I don't send anybody friend requests on Discord. I don't use it that much. I just get friend requests, you know? I am not on Discord as much as a lot of creators. I like it as a good social tool, but yeah, typically I don't think I've really friend requested anybody since I got Discord, so I, you know, don't feel bad about that. Usually people just send me requests. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, you can send friend requests on Discord to Scuttle. Did you not know that? Yeah, you can have friends. You can have friends on Discord. Actually, how come we aren't friends? We are. Wait, are we not? Are we not friends on Discord? I mean, we talk all the time. I don't know, bro. No, we are. Okay. I was about to say, dude. M says, Wish Blossom Ranch Deluxe Edition is on sale for Nintendo Switch. Might pick it up since I feel like I'm missing out on some cool items and build options from the last few Dreamsnaps. I will say, M's, Wish Blossom Ranch is certainly worth getting for that reason. If you think about it, you know, you're going to be spending $30 to get, like, the biggest bundle of items, you know? Like, the amount of stuff you get from picking up the DLC makes the DLC pretty much worth it. Wish Blossom Ranch does have its issues. There's definitely some bugs and problems, but a lot of them have been fixed since it released. Like, some of the meals and, like, some other funky things going on. So, thankfully, a lot of that has changed. Orenish says, hey, so good to see you on YouTube more. Hey, thank you, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been, what now? I think we did our first dual stream almost 2 weeks ago. So it was 13 days ago, we started going live on both YouTube and Twitch. I didn't really promote it. I didn't really make any community post about it, but I just wanted to make sure I had everything like smoothed out and get everything feeling pretty good. Get my bearings, because I rarely ever streamed on YouTube, so I didn't want to like promote the whole stream and then end up having it be a total train wreck. But it's been going good. You know, we've met a lot of really interesting people over here, and it's nice because I know there are a lot of you guys that enjoy my YouTube videos, but you don't do Twitch. Most of, you know, my stream friends I've met like through Twitch, and I've been on Twitch for a while, but I've had people on YouTube asking me to do live streams on YouTube for a long time, and I knew I wanted to start following through on that in 2026. So it was a big goal of mine to finally get that rolling, and here we are. So it's been great. It's been great. You know, a lot of people have been very happy to see me over here, and I think each day we see some new faces in the YouTube stream. And I think people are starting to get used to, like, my YouTube schedule as well. People are starting to expect me being live. Because at first, like, nobody even knew I was going to be here, so it just kind of caught people off guard. But yeah, we've been pretty consistent about going live around, like, 4 or 4:15 on YouTube. I go live on Twitch around, like, 3:30 or 3:45. But that's because Twitch always runs ads. And I do, like, a whole intro and all this stuff. And then we say hello to everybody. And I don't want the whole intro thing to be on YouTube, because on YouTube, the stream stays up forever. And it's kind of like a VOD afterwards. And I don't want there to be like a 2-minute musical intro for anybody that like tries to watch the VOD. So I typically do my intro on Twitch, and then we go live on YouTube. But yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Tomorrow, we're going to be streaming some Pokopia. Today, we're going to check out these new items, and then we're going to work on my Dreamsnap a bit. Let's go to the Plaza Island and place these new items here. I want to see how they look. Do YouTube live streams pay as well as regular YouTube videos? Well, I don't run monetization on my YouTube lives. I can turn ads off on YouTube, whereas I can't on Twitch. So yeah, thank you, Ashley. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Good job, moderators. Good job. So, yeah, when it comes to YouTube, live streams that you've done that become like videos, they're not going to get as much reach. They don't show up like where your normal videos will show up in the news feed. They show up like, you know, on the YouTube lives, and then they will pop up for some people that are very interested in the channel. But no, you know, if you get a bunch of views on your YouTube VOD, yeah, it'll have the same kind of ad revenue that a regular video would have. But my VODs, you have to keep in mind, are like multiple hours long. And usually on YouTube, you know, people are looking for, you know, tutorials, guides, maybe a quick description of an event, maybe a quick premium shop review. Most people aren't going to be seeking out like 3 or 4 hour long streams to watch unless they are live. Some people will, though, you know, like you will get a few hundred extra views on like your live streams. Oh, these look great. Yeah, that's cool. I do wish the yellow one was a bit more yellow. It's very white. It's very white. Let's check it out at night. Maybe it looks a bit better at night. But yeah, ad revenue wise, you know, I don't run any ads during the stream. Even though I could get some extra funds that way, if I ever have the option to turn ads off for my live streams, I always will. Because, you know, ooh, I love the lights on this. Bro, this is so cool. Rather than being worried about making an extra bit of cash, I would prefer to give viewers a better experience. So that's why I don't run ads on the live streams. Now, I might eventually set it up to where I can basically run ads if I take a break. I don't have that set up right now, but if I were to go to the bathroom, I can run an ad while I'm gone. So that's something I could do, but it doesn't really matter at the moment because, you know, we don't have a ton of YouTube viewers watching the lives. So no, as far as ad revenue on YouTube, most of that is going to come from my videos. And once I'm done with the stream, I will turn on monetization. So that way that people that watch the VOD, you know, it's not live anymore. So an ad's not going to like throw them off. They're not missing anything in real time. So I will turn on monetization for my completed streams, but I won't run ads like while I'm actually here. There we go. Orinish says, nice. I used to watch you on Twitch, but prefer YouTube. Happy you're doing both and it's going well. Well, thank you, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate you hanging out. Yeah, I remembered your name. Didn't you have the same Twitch name? Or maybe I remembered your name from the YouTube comments. I'm not sure. Red Alice says, somebody needs to figure out a way to offer a single membership that covers both Twitch and YouTube so users don't have to pay twice. Well, you know, some people will, but you really don't have to. I would just say, you know, you can just become a member, like, wherever you're going to be watching from the most. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't expect anybody to support on both platforms. Some people do, though. Yeah, I do have some friends that are, you know, Twitch supporters and YouTube channel members, but you really don't have to. I would just say go with whatever channel you typically enjoy watching more. Like if you're more on YouTube, you can have a YouTube membership, and I try to offer the same rewards for both. Like I'll do Dreamsnap reviews for both. So let's see. Rope says, I'm a double supporter. Yeah, I think you, Ashley, maybe Sunshine, my friend Thea, my friend John. There's a handful of you guys. Yeah, these are really cool. Okay, well, now that we've taken a look at the event items, how many eggs do I have left after we made all those? Dang, I still have 29? Dude, that means I can make a second one of each of these. That's awesome. Yeah, these are cool. I did not expect this arch to have little lights on it, dude. This is so nice. Props to Gameloft, man. Usually the event items are kind of whatever. I mean, sometimes they're really good. Like the St. Paddy's Day event when we got those. One of my favorite event items ever was the End of the Rainbow Cauldron. This is so good. But we've been eating good with the event items lately. Because the floating island events we got that really cool cauldron that like shoots up like light. That thing is dope. We got that around Halloween. And then on the winter one, what do we get for the winter one? Oh, the chocolate fountain. Yeah, that chocolate fountain is horrible. I don't understand why we can't just turn it off. Because the sad thing about this fountain is that if you look past the chocolate, it actually looks really good. Like there's all these like, you know, little gold pieces and it's got great color. But for me, the chocolate just is, it just does not look good at all to me. That's just my take on it. And most fountains you can turn on and off. But of course, the one fountain that just looks bad when it's on, but looks good when it's off is this one, and we can't turn it off. So yeah, I was kind of disappointed with the winter one. Yeah, Rob, it's the poop fountain. But I love the events this week. Like, this is fantastic. Good job, Gameloft. Good job. All right, let's work on an example snap. Let's work on an example snap here. We're heading off to Wish Blossom. I think we need to go to 100 Acre Fields. What about the Easter egg cooker that's new this year? I don't think I have that yet. Easter egg cooker? Is there another item? How do I get that one? Yeah, the cooker is in the functional. Oh, that's why I didn't see it. Okay. Yeah, let me check that out. Let me check that out. No way. Another new item? Oh. 15 green eggs? Come on, man. You know I hate fishing. Well, I guess I can do the Wally quest, too. Or maybe Sinora will send me a bunch of green eggs. Yeah, I didn't know about this. Okay. Is it an auto cooker or just a regular cooker? Okay, okay. Well, that's kind of cute. I mean, it's whatever. I feel like I don't need another cooking station. It's unique. I might use it for an Easter challenge, I guess. The other items are way better, though. But that's cool. I didn't know about that one. I didn't see that. All right. Is that everything? Yeah, no idea about that one. Let me see. Description. Yeah, and if you didn't do this event last year or the previous couple of years, the spring egg tree is very cool. I do like that one. A lot of these items are from the first year. So, like, I think the balloons, the egg bounty, the over easy chair, the egg basket, the arch. Oh, wait. Spring chocolate. I don't have the spring chocolate? Wait, didn't we have that last year? Why don't I have that? Oh, I can craft it, though, right? Cook it? I thought that was last year, the spring chocolate. I thought we made that. I don't know if we'll get an Easter challenge this year. Easter is this Sunday. Well, to be fair, Browning Simmer, they've never actually done an Easter challenge because they kind of keep, you know, they've just done a bunny challenge. And also, you gotta keep in mind, Gameloft has a very prominent history. And you can look at the Dreamsnap spoilers if you want, but no spoilers in chat, please. I like to be surprised by the themes. So if you know what's coming, just don't tell me. But Gameloft does have a habit of giving us a holiday challenge weeks after the holiday. They just won't call it an Easter challenge. Last year, it was Hoppy Days. Or maybe not last year, but the year before. Can't remember. Yeah, we had Hoppy Days. Dreamsnap challenge number 91, which was all about bunnies. I'm so glad we don't have the tag system anymore. I hated this outfit, but I love this snap. Okay. Spring chocolate. Let me see if I can find that. Apparently I haven't made it. Do you guys know what the recipe is for spring chocolate? I got spring chocolate from planting 10 of the yellow eggs. Oh, you get it? How do you get it? I thought it was something we cooked. Miss Aria said you gotta plant the eggs. Okay. Rob, I know you're lying. He said 1 spring and 4 cocoa. Get out of here, bro. Stop trying to make me waste my ingredients. Shauna says, can you only find the fishy eggs at Dazzle? Oh, yes, Shauna, but there is a way to get them really fast. Real quick, I'm going to show you what we learned. So if we go to Dazzle Beach, there's one spot you're going to want to stay and fish in, and it's going to be much faster. The fishing spot respawns every minute and 20 seconds here. Whereas the other one will not respawn if this one doesn't already exist. And the other one also takes like 3 to 5 minutes. So just fish right here. Just keep fishing right here. And this spot will, and make sure you have some kitty cats with you if you have them. Or anything that duplicates fish. Make sure you have a fishing buddy, and you'll get a lot of eggs this way. But this fishing spot right here by Ursula's Cave respawns every 1 minute and 20 seconds. So I would, if you're trying to get the new eggs, just come to this spot over here and just stay here and just keep fishing, you know. Maybe watch some TV, you know, just kind of hang out, just stand here, you know, getting those green eggs. Miss Aria says it's 1 sugar cane, 1 cocoa bean, and 4 of the eggs. Wait, that's... Isn't that 6 ingredients and it can only be 5? Yeah, because he said 1 sugar cane, 1 cocoa bean, and each of the 4 eggs. That would be 6 ingredients. Scuttle says, I nearly have 200 green eggs using that trick. Yeah, they're very easy to get. You just stay there, fish the whole time. And especially if you have some buddies with you, it'll be very efficient. Where was I going? 100 acre. Oops, 3 eggs? Gotcha. Which ones? Does it have to be... Can it be any of them? The funny thing is, I feel very confident that I made spring chocolate last year because I think it was part of the event to like give it to somebody. I don't know. I could be crazy. I think I could be wrong. So cocoa, sugarcane. I mean, this seems really familiar. I just don't know why it's not showing up. Cocoa bean, and then we need the eggs. It's a bug. It happened to me as well. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I knew I had made this before. All right. Spring, vegetable, cocoa, sugarcane. Is it just one of them? Oh, I only have 8 of these left. Just one yellow egg? Okay. There we go. Yeah, dude. I did make these last year. What the heck? All right, well. Yeah, apparently there's a bug. Because I'm pretty sure one of these, I had to give them out. Yeah, spring taste test. I think you had to eat them. I could be wrong, though. Well, at least I don't have to plant more. Yeah, there we go. All right, now everything is showing up. Okay. Oh, you're good, Arya. You're good. No worries, no worries. Appreciate that. Holly also said it's 1 yellow egg, cocoa, sugarcane. Gotcha. Thank you guys. Again, with repetitive bugs, the game loft hasn't fixed, says Shauna. Yeah, you know. Can't have an update without a couple little bugs in there. Got to sprinkle in some of the chaos, you know. As for me, I like to find my games relatable. And I'm very unstable. So I love a good unstable game because I feel right at home, you know. Feel right at home here. No, I would prefer no bugs. I'm gonna have to get rid of all this stuff. This was for another Dreamsnap example video, so we gotta get rid of all this. I love the Skyrim music. Dude. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I forgot. We have... Dude, I am so silly. I can literally do group mode now and just delete everything at once. I keep forgetting about this option. Thank God they added this too. Wait, why won't it select the horseshoe? Let me back out. Maybe it'll let me get rid of it this time. Yeah, group mode is awesome. I'm always forgetting about that new feature. There we go. Now we can get rid of that. Rob said you're definitely wrong. This game does not have bugs. Whatever you say, pal. Whatever you say. You're absolutely right about that. It's just my imagination. Like, it's really just a me problem, you know? Okay. I hope the group mode works for these. Yeah, there we go. Oh my God, dude. Yes. Such a nice feature to be added in. No bugs. They're just called unintended features. Yeah, it's just like fun parts of the game. That's all it is. Okay, there we go. So I know I want the big butterflies in my shot. And I want them to play a rather large role. Because, you know, we are going to be tiny. So I don't want them to be super far away. Also, let's figure out time of day. We want good lighting here. Right now, we are at sunset, and the sun is off to the side here. We could do our shot. Well, we're going to have the problem of the pond here if I get too close to that. If I want the sun directly behind me, I can come right here, or directly in front of me. So this could be a good zone, but then we don't really see the blue one. I mean, this would be like one of the best spots if the pond wasn't here, because you get the butterfly right in there. What about at the front of the pond here? How big is the butterfly here? Ooh. That could be kind of cool. What if we did him on the side of the shot? No, I want him a little bit bigger. What about here? This pawn kills me, bro. If this pawn wasn't here, we could get, like, the perfect angle on that butterfly. Look out, Flynn. I mean, that's a pretty solid angle. Except for the speech bubble, so if you wouldn't mind. There we go. And you know what? Let's go ahead and hide you as well. This spot would be such a pain, though, considering we have, like, the water right here. But maybe there's something fun we can do with that. There is that, like, inflatable item. I love the Alex Kidd music you have on sometimes, says Holly. My playlist, I really enjoy this playlist. It's a lot of gaming music. I built it on Spotify. Do you want my playlist? I can give you a link to it, Holly, if you want. I have people ask me for the playlist all the time, and I have it saved. So if you have Spotify, I can give you a link, and you can just take anything on the playlist that you want. Lee Rat, I've been struggling to link my Twitch and my Discord. As I said, I still don't know where to submit stuff. I have not. I'm really new to these platforms, so I'm very unfamiliar. No worries, Lee Rat. If the mods can't help you figure it out, don't feel bad about asking for extra help. What I can do, Lee Rat, is I can pull it up on stream and I can walk you through it if it comes down to that. So if you try, you know, what Samantha's saying and it doesn't work out, I can walk you through it. Okay, so what about the giant wedge tree that dips in the water? Yeah, that's definitely something I'm going to consider, but I'm also not something to put in the water is kind of more of where I'm at. Bro, could you guys... You know what? Let's hang out. One thing I love about Pokopia is I can hang out with multiple Pokemon at once and pull all of them away from an area. I wish I could hang out with multiple villagers at once. I mean, I get why we can't, because then that would be kind of OP with, like, them duplicating stuff. But for when I'm trying to get people out of an area, that would just be really nice, just to be able to pull them all out of there. Oh, well, I could always just turn them off in the map mode. That's right. Maybe I'll do that. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Flynn won't turn off, though. I just thought of that, because Flynn has a pending quest that I refuse to accomplish. And if they have a pending quest, even if you toggle them off on the map, they won't go away. So we're probably going to trap him either way. But for the others, I'm going to turn everybody off here. We will need to go into a house to get this to actually take. Or any building, for that matter. We'll just need to go into a building here. I think we're going to tell Daisy to hang out later. Oh, we already did that because we were hanging out with Flynn. Now, Flynn will stick around, but we're going to shove him in that fence. And as far as a home to go into, let's find one that I'm actually likely to use. This teapot here, I think, could be really good. There we go. Nice, nice. Holly said, yes, please. I got you. Let me get you the link. They got punted. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Because I love making new friends on YouTube. But, you know, it's always like a last resort to, you know, have somebody leave. Especially if they're, like, really excited to be here or they're, like, really chatty. But when it comes to, like, personal boundaries, I try to take that very seriously. And we have great moderators here. You know, they're always on the ball. I didn't even have to, like, say anything. You know, I gave, like, one warning, and then they took it from there. So, yeah, big shout out to the mods. You guys are great. Let me get you the link to this playlist. It's called my Twitch Safe Music Playlist. Share, copy link. Okay, I'm going to put the link to my Spotify list in the YouTube chat for you here. Actually, don't lie about me like that. Oh, yeah. Samantha, are you not a mod on YouTube? I got to give you a badge, too. Yeah, we got to get you set up. All right, so now we just need to put Flynn in the box, and no villagers should come interrupt us. We should be good to go here. I think it'll be good to start setting up our little example scene. There we go. I made a floating book library on my Pokopia. Whoa. A floating book library? That's kind of cool. Dude, it's amazing what you can make in Pokopia. It's so fun. I mean, I could go with an angle like this and we can get like multiple butterflies. Like this could be a really fun place to take your snap. The downside here is, I don't know, I don't want the beams of light, but I can always put an item there to kind of block it. And it's also limited space, but, you know, voters love simple, so not having too much space to decorate a thing would be good. What I would love to do, though, is set it up in a way to where this big golden butterfly, I want to get his whole wing crest in the shot, like near the top. I think that would be really fun. But the pond is a bit of a problem for that. Also, I don't really want to have to worry about decorating the pond that much, but let's put something here to push the camera up. Let's see how this looks. Get this here. Okay, that's pretty good. I don't know, this angle though, the butterfly does catch a lot of sun, and when its wings are fully extended, it looks like super, super bright. Yeah, and then we would, let's switch to the female avatar. She's a little shorter. The male is kind of tall. That's why I use the female more often. It's better for framing a lot of the times. Okay. She's still yeehawed. Let's take off the cowboy hat for now. All right, now let's look into a pose to slide us. We could go dragon pose to slide to the left. Or there's some other good options. Oh, a giant, you know, the bees are really big too. The bee could be really fun because they're so cute as well. If we did that, we could do an angle like this. That would also give us like more space to decorate out here. And I do love the framing of the butterfly here. I really like that. I want him to play a big role in the example snap. Joshua said you want to do up and comment pin. What now? Also, Joshua said, how you doing, bro? I'm good, my friend. I'm good. Working on my example snap for tomorrow's YouTube video. So every Thursday I do the Dreamsnap guide videos for each challenge, and we're kind of setting up an example scene for tomorrow's video at the moment, which is always fun. But yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Hope you are. Of course, we won't be wearing this outfit. I wish we had a tag for water decor. That would be really nice. See, this could be a really cool way to do it. We had the big butterfly here. We can have a fun bee. I would set up the background a bit differently. I'm just not a huge fan of the water here. And we could, of course, choose a different location that shows more of the butterflies. But I do like the giant yellow one here. I need to go find a bee this week, I guess. You haven't unlocked the bees yet? Oh my god, D4, you got to get on that. They're great. They're great. They have some of the best poses. The bee is really cute, even if you hide it. So there's a couple of good moments Like this moment where you get the bee smiling like near the front of the scene and the villager with their arms cut out is awesome. It's a great pose to utilize. But even if you hide the bee, like after this animation, the male doesn't do this, but the female avatar will put her hand over her heart and look up into the, off in the distance. Sadly, the male, they will not do the hand over heart here, I've learned. But even if you aren't using the bee for your dream snap, this is one of my favorite companion poses just to use without a companion. Especially if you have like a beautiful environment or a beautiful scene, because it looks like the avatar is just in awe of the beauty and they're like taking it all in. So yeah, the bee pose is a great pose to utilize in a lot of different ways. Oh, nice. Lee-Rat, did you get it all figured out? Thank you, Samantha. Thank you for helping Lee-Rat. I appreciate that. Well, I'm glad you guys got it worked out. Yeah, the bees are great. I think they might be one of the absolute best companions in the game as far as ones you can get without premium currency. They're also so goddamn adorable, dude. Like, look at that little guy. Yeah, I think they'll be very good for this week as well, since they're still pretty big compared to us. Now, as for the water here, I don't want to block the butterfly much, but could I catch the water droplet coming in? Oh yeah, that could be cool. That could be cool. That could be a cool way to do the water. Let's pick up saturation a little bit. And let's go... Okay, so we're already on sunny weather. We can't make it any less cloudy. I wouldn't want the... I don't want anything blocking the bee, though. Now let's try some different angles. We're going to try some alternatives here as well. This one, I think, could be really fun because you're going to see multiple butterflies. I think this one might be one of the more popular scenes this week. I'm just kind of facing this direction. Now, on this one, the sun is kind of hitting the left side of us, but it's still in front of us because our shadow is still going behind us. That's what we need. I mean, this is a really good angle here. Let's equip a dragon. I don't know why I'm like spending so much time figuring this out. This is just an example snap for my video tomorrow. But I like to always show a good example for people, so we're gonna go dragon so we can scoot left a little. We're gonna hide dragon. The downside here is that my character looks very dark from this angle with the dragon pose I'm seeing. So critter, companion invisible, there we go. Focus. Yeah, if we do that, we're definitely gonna have to boost character lighting. Character lighting lights up the same side that's already got light. Well, that sucks. We might have to turn a little bit. We might have to turn into the sun a little bit. Still not the best. Where did you come from, Mirabelle? I turned off every villager. I'm not sure how she got in here. Kira said, how was your chicken dinner last night? Oh my god, it was so good. I was so full. Yeah, I had like a big baked potato and I put so much buffalo chicken on it. And I had this freshly shredded pepper jack cheese. I was so hungry though. I was so hungry. I did not eat much yesterday until I had my buffalo chicken. But it was good. Thanks for asking. Quite delicious. I love that buffalo chicken because it's a very, very easy recipe to make. If you're too busy to, like, you know, get really into the cooking. You know, this could be really good. Especially with his wings up. Yeah, I think we're going to go with this. B pose here because we're facing towards the sun. I would still want another bee in it though because they're really cute, and I kind of want to be over here. So we probably try to get a bee on the right-hand side, but to show you guys how the example framing, I think we figured out the framing here. I'm probably going to put something big here to block the light beams. I mean, they're not bad. I just don't really want them here. I want all the focus on the, you know, the larger than life stuff. And we have really good lighting on the face of the avatar because she's facing into the sun. And when the butterfly's wings are fully extended, it looks really good here. It takes up a lot of the frame. And then we have a butterfly to the right and a butterfly to the left. I think this will probably be a very popular framing this week. We'll probably see this a lot. Probably very common. Jennifer, you got Mewtwo. No way. Let's go. Let's go. That's your first Dream Island Legendary? That's awesome. Kira said, hell yeah, brother. All the cheese. Oh, dude, I'm a sucker for cheese. Even though dairy hurts my tum-tum, I really can't control myself when it comes to cheese. Got a little bit of a cheese problem. Okay. Let's figure out what kind of outfit we want. Let's revisit the challenge real quick. Oh, and let's drop an item because this is where we want to be. So we want to mark this spot because we figured out the frame. We figured out the pose. We're going to drop. Okay, my right leg is in the middle of the corn bag. Okay. Noted. So the challenge says play with scale and enter a miniature world, create oversized worlds, and dress in a whimsical outfit. So whimsical. Whimsical. Okay. Let's take a look at exactly what whimsical means. I mean, I think I have a pretty good idea, but I still want to look at the actual definition. Playfully quaint or fanciful, especially in an appealing and amusing way. Acting or behaving in a capricious manner. So, amusing. Quaint, fanciful, amusing. Okay. I'll probably include that in tomorrow's video, so let me screen grab that description as well. All right. I do want this giant snail in here for sure. But we're going to figure out the outfit first. Let's look at costumes. It's been fun using costumes since we don't have tags anymore. Like, there's some cool things in here. The Pixie Engineer outfit could be really neat. I think that could be super fun. Or we could make our own. I can definitely see how this would be fanciful and amusing. Don't I have that weird looking... Yeah, the caterpillar jacket. This is such a... This one's so bizarre. Like, the hands on the bottom of the coat. This is such a funky one. Would I want to use this freaky outfit? I don't know. It's so bizarre. It doesn't really fit the best with the environment. I think this would be awesome if you're doing like an Alice in Wonderland kind of build. But I think it might be better to embrace the nature. I think like a pixie outfit might be better for this one. I mean, I would love to do the gold clarion dress here, but is it amusing? I don't think it's really amusing. It's fanciful, But is it whimsical? Because, you know, if it needs to be amusing to be whimsical, I don't know. Like, it seems like fairy royalty-esque. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm amused. I'm amused by it. It does go really well with the butterfly. This is such a pretty dress, though. Let's take off the neckwear. I haven't used this in a long time, so it could be fun. I just don't want to go off theme. I want to be careful to not go off theme. Now, how would that look with the pose? Let's see, let's see. Gotta wait for the B. Need him to go left a little. There we go. I don't know, that's pretty cool looking. I'll probably save this idea, set it to the side. I think I'm gonna, for the example video, not the Wii music. Oh yeah, dude, the Wii music is awesome. You gotta love it, you gotta love it. It's become like, the Wii music has become like, literally it's just meme music at this point. This is really pretty though. But yeah, I don't know if this would really be, there we go, that's a better pose, whimsical enough for me. It is beautiful though. I don't think I'm gonna do wings. I don't really want to block the butterflies. As pretty as it is, I think we're gonna go with something else. And if I do use wings, maybe the fairy wings, because they're very translucent, you know, like the Tinkerbell ones in particular. I think these could be good. And I do really like the Pixie Engineer. This is a super cute outfit. And I don't think I've used this yet. Big old leaf on my head. There's the garden fairy hat. There's also that garden fairy outfit that's kind of cool. There's some good mushroom outfits for this too, if you did a very mushroom-centric build. Because we do have giant mushrooms. You can go with one of the mushroom outfits. I think that could be another fun way to approach this challenge. There's a lot of good options this week, I think. I had somebody here yesterday that said they didn't like tomorrow's theme, and I'm like, really? This is fun. Like, this is a good one. Let's see how we're looking here. Yeah, you can't really see my wings too well. I wonder if I should get closer. Yeah, we could get even closer here. Let me see. Ooh. Yeah, well, even with this close shot, we can still see pretty much the whole extended wings here of the butterfly, which is pretty nice. We can't see the bumblebee booty very well, though. But what we could do here is reduce the vignette so it's a little bit easier to see the corners. And then we would want to increase the saturation a bit. I do wish the grass here was a bit greener, but we can fix that. And then yeah, I can turn a little bit in, too. I think that could be fun. Now, what about this pose, but hiding? Oh, yeah, we already discussed this one. The problem is I'm not going to get good lighting. Oh! I could use the Mulan hanging lanterns to light my character. So we don't have to worry about lighting. I would just have to take the Dreamsnap after 6 p.m. because the hanging lantern won't work until 6 p.m. But I can light my avatar up that way. So I could use this. I would want to hide the dragon, of course. This could be really fun. Because then we're going to get great shots of both of the butterflies. I would definitely want to do something different down here. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. For now, we'll go with the B. I got to keep in mind, this is not my final Dreamsnap. This is just an example photo. So let's just work on an example. Yeah, I think we're going to stick with this one for now. For my... I could also do this one. Like, that's kind of cute, too. He does kind of cover the butterfly a little bit. All right, let's do what we were going to do originally. And I think I'm going to do no wings. I want to be able to see everything behind me really well. So let's take off the wings. Well, this is a whimsical vest. There's also this grassy top here. Holly said that's the setting I use for my spring into style with my poppies and bluebells around me. Hot Coco Collecta said Mewtwo is the only one I need from the Dream Islands. Fingers crossed. You know, Coco, for the legendaries from the Dream Islands, me and a friend had the same thing happen. Once we had, like, high comfort in all of our areas, we got a legendary on a Dream Island every other day, like in a row. I got Raikou, then nobody, then Entei, then nobody, then Mewtwo. And the same thing happened to my friend Johnny. I just didn't really go hunting for the legendaries until I was, like, really far along in my Pokedex. I was mostly just going for whatever resources I need. But if you're pretty far in the game, there is a pretty good chance you'll get Mewtwo very soon. I think they set it up that way on purpose. I'm not sure exactly what impacts it, but I think once you've reached the late game, it's like a little bit more likely to encounter some of the legendaries. I do like this a lot. The green is very fun. You know, there's also the jungle dress with the grubs on it that glow. Like, that one's pretty cool, too. You know, let's save this one. Because I do like this option. So we're going to put it in the presets. We would have, of course, probably changed the hair and some other things, but, you know. Now, for dresses, let's go with the Jungle Couture gown for now. See how I feel about this one. Yeah, I think this one could be pretty fun.
Oh, how?
Johnny, what's good, my brother? What's good? Welcome back, Johnny. Welcome back. Oh, yeah, this one could be really nice. I like the glow of the bugs on it. I like the details. Yeah, I think this might be a very solid option here. Oh, you know what? Holly, did I show you guys my spring snap? I don't think you guys have seen it yet. Johnny said I still can't sub. Give it another day or two. Hopefully it'll work. Sorry, you know, it's just a bug on Twitch sometimes where you try to resub and it just thinks you're still subbed. It's annoying. They need to turn off the rain in my game because it feels like it never stopped. Dude, they really need to give us an option just to turn the rain off. It's absurd to me that you can only do that in the camera. And they could always set it up the same way time offset works. To where, like, you know, the gameplay still acts as if it's raining. It just removes the visuals. It's another thing Gameloft has kind of ignored from player requests. Yeah, I really like the way we got this set up. I think this is really fun. Now for the environment. I think I'm going to go into landscaping first. Where's that snail? Ooh, that snail. Sorry. Is the snail in underbrush? I don't think so. Well, he's probably not under trees, right? He's a snail. Why would he be in trees? Oh, it is underbrush? I guess I passed it. I'll show you my Dreamsnap in a second here, Holly. Once I find my snail. Always right at the top. That's why I didn't see him. I love this guy. He's so fun. Yeah, let's get him, like, right here. Make sure he doesn't cover our butterfly. Okay. So now, try the B pose here. We'll pause this. Yeah, that'll be fun. Harley coming in with the resub. Hello, Harley. Hello. Welcome back, my friend. Welcome back. Great to see you. Johnny said, I also gave my resignation letter today. They stole from me like 2 weeks of holidays? What? Wait, they didn't pay you for your work? Dude, what the heck, bro? And you worked so much, bro. You worked so hard for them. Well, good on you for standing your ground there, man. I'm sorry to hear about that, though. It sounds like a lot of extra stress you don't need, but I'm glad you did, you know, what you had to do. Yeah, I think I'm going to have the snail nice and close. Again, voters do love simple. They love simple, so I think having the snail right up here with us is going to be fun. It's a little creepy, but it's fun. There we go. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do to cover these beams of light, because I really don't want those there. Maybe we can do Tinkerbell's house. I don't know if I would showcase Tinkerbell, because, like, we're supposed to be the tiny ones here, and if I show Tinkerbell, that means she's, like, microscopic, but, I mean, you could still use her. I don't think people are going to care. I do think her house is a good option to block that section off, though. And really, I could use either version of the house. Like, we could use the premium version with, like, the little teapot. We got this one. Oh, well, we got the pond here. That's a little bit of a problem. Let's set this over here for now, just as an option. But I'm going to grab her actual house. Also, we are, I think, 500 bits away from halfway on the goal, you guys. If you're enjoying the stream today, if you've enjoyed the review of the new event and how to get the items, or you're enjoying having the Dreamsnap come together, we have hit our last 137 consecutive stream goals. If you would like to support the content, you can do so by sending bits, super chats, or, oh, I need to add my direct dono link for YouTube as well. I don't think I have a YouTube command for that yet. But if anybody's interested, my mods can always share the link with you. Now, all that said, you definitely do not have to donate here. It is not expected of you. It's just an option. So, we've hit a lot of goals. And eventually, our streak will come to an end. If today is that day, then, you know, that's totally fine, guys. So don't feel like you absolutely have to donate or support. It's just an option. It's crazy that we've come this far. I gotta be careful not to block the butterflies, but man, that pond is a real pain in the butt here. Because I can't get right up on it. I can put this here. Ronald, thank you, my friend. Thank you. Ronald coming in with the biddies. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. So, yeah, I like... Oh, wrong one. I like Tinkerbell's house here. Ash said today's payday, don't tip me. Where are you, the snail? Michelle and Zoe, the snail is in your furniture mode, in your landscaping options. If you own this DLC, if you've unlocked Pixie Acres in Wish Blossom Ranch, if you want to use the snail, all you got to do is go to Underbrush, and it's going to be right here at the top. Let me hide my camera, and you'll see it. He's right here. So as soon as you open Underbrush, you're going to see the Pixie Acres Mossy Snail. Right there. And Ronald, thank you for the bits, my friend. Much appreciated, much appreciated. I mean, I could use a giant sunflower or something to cover that, I guess. I don't know if the fairy blossom would fit because of the pond. But maybe I could put the fairy blossom behind the pond? Nope, won't fit. Oh, God, this pond is killing me, bro. I could put the teapot up close. Like, I could put that, like, right here. Nah, it would have to be way too close to actually block those beams of light. I don't think that's gonna be quite what I want it to be. Here comes Tinkerbell to get in the way of my shot. We're going to pause again here. Yeah, not quite what we want. What if I got this, like, right up on me? Nope. And if it goes over more, it's going to cover our fun little bees. Oh, what if I did it this way? So we get her house hanging into the scene. That could be fun. Ooh. That could actually work. Let's move it over just a little bit. Yeah, if I face towards the right a little bit, we can get that to work. Let's pause our bee pose, and then we'll figure it out. Yeah. That could work. I would probably hide this bee, though, and then attach some other bees to companion homes in the area, I think. I do like the snail. But yeah, with the bee, I kind of want to see the house. I kind of want to see the Tinkerbell house a little bit better. So if we hid the bee, we could see the house well. And I like the little hanging lantern up here. That's fun. Oh, you guys can't see what I see here. I'm going to move myself. Let's go down here. I'm going to be a little bit tinier. There we go. Is that better, you guys? Would you guys prefer me to stream like this? Do you guys prefer the smaller camera so you can see the snap a bit better? I think this is a good spot. Oh, and with where the house is, yeah, we're going to be like that. Let me remove the vignette real quick. Yeah, there we go. Then we'll have a little bit extra color. And we would have a little bit more saturation. I can also try daytime for this too, because we do get the little cotton fluffs. But I like the light being on in the house. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think I was on the second hour and it's getting darker. Yeah, so we'll do the first hour of sunset. And the house looks pretty good there. There's also those fun Pixie Acre buildings I could consider. There's one that has like the little hydroponic dome kind of thing on it. I wish we could move this. Like, this is a neat looking platform. Wait, maybe we can. Oh, no way. I can move it. I just never tried to grab the base. I don't think I've ever put this in my pockets before. Oh, no. Oh. Okay. Okay, then. All right. Okay. We're going to have to restart the game. What a surprise! Dreamlight Valley bugged out of nowhere? That never happens. Oh my god. What a crazy thing to see. Wow. That's never happened with my game before. I've never had to restart mid-Dreamsnap creation. Definitely not the week before this, and the week before that, and the week before that. That's never happened. All right. Yeah, thanks, Game Loft. Well, we you know, to Game Loft's credit, though, we got pretty far along in the process before our game kind of broke. I just hope that that item's not gone forever. Because, like, I tried to pick it up and put it in my pockets, and I had just deleted it, and then my game restarted, so, like, what if it's not there, and it's not in my pockets, because I'm pretty sure I can't get more of those. I'm pretty sure it's not in the furniture menu, in landscaping. So, yeah, that could be a little bit of a problem, potentially. I'm sure it's still there, though. All right, let's go back to 100 Acre Fields. Eric did it. Yeah, we can always blame Eric. That's a good idea. Let's try again. Okay. All right. It's not there. That means it's probably... There it is. Ginormous flowering tree. Thank goodness. Well, this is a beautiful item. And it's ginormous. I think it looks really good over here with the grass. I don't know if I'd have it... Well, we're going to be a lot closer, so let's get over there. Right foot in the corn bag, as we said. That's why we drop an item. We want to get right back where we were. And then we had the bee pose. We also had time of day rolled back 1. We had vignette off. Saturation increased. I might turn down light bloom so the butterfly looks a bit better. And we got to pause the avatar, and we'll see how we feel. Okay, so we're kind of here. You know, I like the bee where he is, because it looks like he's flying towards this like little honeycomb lamp. I think that's kind of fun. The snail looks good. I might move up these orange flowers, actually. We might bring those up towards the right-hand side. Okay, okay. I think I gotta refresh my YouTube studio as well. There we go. Yeah, let's bring this up. Ooh, I can get those big orange flowers right in the sunlight here. How does that look? Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I love this here. I love that. Great backdrop for the snail. Okay. And then we can bring the sunflowers up a bit closer. I gotta get rid of these pieces of wood, though. So let's get rid of you guys. And then the sunflower we'll do back. I think that's where we need it. Let me double check. It's not catching the most light. Oh, it's because the vignette. It's because the vignette. There we go. Yeah, it'll be a lot brighter once we have the vignette off. I do wish the greens were a bit more vibrant in this biome. They're like almost this yellowish kind of green. Oh yeah, we need to change time of day. So we're gonna come down here. We're gonna go +0. We're gonna go sunny weather. Get the bee pose. We'll get the pawls just right. There we go. So we're going to have like butterflies, snail, bee. I love the giant orange flowers here. That's such a fun item. Bonnie said, what's that piece of furniture on the left? This right here, hanging down, that is Tinkerbell's house. Got Tinkerbell's house there. Michelle and Zoe said, my controller wasn't working this morning either. It was glitching. What, like in the game? Dude, I had an issue yesterday, or with our recent snaps, where when I would grab an item with my controller, it would just start teleporting literally all over the place. It's a nightmare. I'm wondering if I should add some extra, like, bright green grass into this build. We can always do the taller beach grass. Oh, it can't go. Oh my gosh, this whole area around Tinkerbell's house is inaccessible. Oh my goodness. That's not good. I really like the idea of using Tinkerbell's house, but that could be a big problem. Bro, why? This game, dude, this game is so stupid sometimes. What do you mean I can't put anything right here? Like, what are you even talking? What is this? Why can't anything go here? It's literally the back of her house, and there's nothing here. What is this, bro? I was excited. I probably can't use Tinkerbell's house now because that means like the entire bottom left of my shot is going to be completely empty because of that. Dude, that is ridiculous. Yeah, this can't be here because it's just going to be empty here now. I was so excited about that. What is the footprint of this house even supposed to be? Like, what is going on here? You're telling me nothing can exist here. That's so stupid. I mean, yeah, I could probably do, like, rugs or, like, you know, underbrush. I can probably put the flower petal. Oh, my God. You can't even put the flower petals down there. All right, well, we got to scrap the... That was such a good idea, too. Dude, using the Tinkerbell house, I was so excited about that. I thought that was such a cute place to have it. We were going to be able to block those light beams because I don't want them in here. Oh, man. This is one of the things that kind of takes the fun right out of the game for me. Yeah, look at that footprint, dude. What is that? That's crazy. Maybe well, and I can't use the top of her house because the footprint won't get close enough to the pond. What a shame. What a tragedy. I mean, her house does look good back there, but it's just so unfortunate. I still want her house in my photo. Maybe what we'll do with her house is it about as tall as the sunflower? I mean, sort of. Maybe we can stick it back here. I like the glowing stars in the tree line, so maybe get that there. Cool. Now we can see those glowing stars up there. That's kind of cool. And I guess I'm going to go utilize because there is another good item we can use. Just need to find it. I think if I search similar items here, it should come up. There we go. The terrarium. We're going to give this a go. Wait, where even am I right now? Hey, there we go. Because this is a nice tall one. Oh, but being able to see through the terrarium will probably still... We're probably still going to see the... Yeah, that's not going to block the orbs. Maybe we can do the one that's like a big water slide. That one works all right. They need to fix the wardrobe too when changing. It keeps zooming in automatically. Yeah, that and when you're trying to do your hair and makeup, it keeps like teleporting away. That's a huge headache as well. Okay. Oh, dude, this leafy hammock seat. I'm going to set this over here. Yeah, there's this one. I don't think this would really cover... Yeah, that's not going to work the best. It's a little bit too big. It is a really fun item, though. What's stopping that from going back there? I think it might be pieces of wood or something. Oh, it's Tinkerbell's stupid house. Okay. Her house is really starting to irk me, I'm not going to lie. I just need to get rid of the idea of using her house. Because right now, it's only giving us those, like, sparkly stars on the right-hand side. And the footprint is just too cumbersome. Let's put her house back here for now. We'll think about it. I'm gonna see how we feel about something like this instead. It would have to go right a little bit. Let's try that. And then remove the vignette. Yeah, I like the little acorn. Yeah, that's cool. That's a really fun way to fill out the skyline on the right-hand side. I like that. I like that. We really got to just figure out the left-hand side. I'm not a big fan of the big beams of light. But the right-hand side is really coming together, so that's nice. I'm going to go to daytime for now just so I can see a little bit better. Okay. What other options do we have here? Oh, there is the... there are these mushrooms. These can be fun. They're the pond. The pond is a very big problem here, unfortunately. Let's get rid of that. That also casts a huge shadow on our scene, unfortunately. It's going to make everything way darker. So probably not going to take that direction. Yeah, and it also won't cover the whole thing. Well, let's see how it looks with the sunset. Yeah, everything's really dark now. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do that. Worth a try, worth a try. What if I have it back here? Could be a fun background item. It is a very pretty background item for sure. But then we're not going to be able to have anything block those light beams, and that's really what I want. Set that here. Okay, back to the drawing board. I mean, honestly, you know, you can keep the light beams in the shot. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I just personally don't like them much there. Ooh, we might be onto something here. Let them cook. It covers it a little. Lawrence, I'm finally home, thank God. Nice, my friend, nice. Glad you made it. This is going to... I think this is going to drive me crazy. This is going to be the death of me. I'm trying to figure out how I want to block those big beams of light. I mean, I could do something super simple like a sunflower, I guess. I feel like that would block it pretty well. I'd have to move it back, but yeah. I think it would work. Set this over here. So we would need to go right. Yeah, that does... I mean, you know, we might just have to do something simple like this, honestly. This might just have to be the approach. Yeah, because that does cover a lot of it. It does cover a lot of it. And it doesn't have a big footprint that's going to screw up the rest of the shot, so I think we're going to go with that. Let's change time of day. Let's get our settings adjusted, and we'll see how we feel about it. And you can still kind of see the crystal underneath, but it's not that bad. Roll back the vignette. Also, does the funky lighting trick work here? You can see the moon through the butterfly. That's kind of cool. So we can capture the moon. You just have to snap it before it disappears. But I don't think it does the enhanced lighting when you do that trick like it does in the floating islands. Okay. Go B. Let's get that snail. There he goes. All right, all right. Yeah, it's coming together. I might move the little acorn house a little bit more to the right. But it's starting to make sense. Oh, dang it. Well, now it's kind of covered by that flower. It's still all right up there. That's fine. That's fine. Rise and Fall says, good evening, watching at work. Nice, nice. Lunaire says, for some reason, Twitch chat is not loading for me, so I'm here instead. Oh, what the heck? Well, sorry to hear that. Jen said, I just can't decide if I want to do the Snap Alice in Wonderland or fairy themed. Both are good options, Jen, so do whichever one of the ones you are feeling the most. Johnny said, one of the reasons I stopped playing. Oh, what, the game crash? Yeah. Yeah, it can be frustrating. Bonnie said, weird, but do you ever change the time of day to sunrise with that nice orange-esque lighting? Yeah. One of my rank 2 Dream Snaps has sunrise, Bonnie. The only downside to sunrise is some of your lights don't activate. That's why I typically use... And also, the sun has to be in the right place. So, for this location, if you go with sunrise... Notice how the sun is not hitting us. It's hitting the back of us. So when it comes to the sun, you know, you want to use it as a spotlight. So if the butterflies were this way, I would be using sunrise. But the butterflies are this way. And now, you know, the avatar, all the flowers are very dark, and there's not much you can do to change that if the sun isn't actually hitting them. So for this particular location, that's why we're using sunset, because the sun actually hits the items, because the sun is behind the camera here. It is a little bit to the left, but, you know, it would be nicer if it was right behind the camera, but it's to the left. But yeah, I've got a few Dream Snaps that I've done with the sunrise. And the reason I use sunrise is because sometimes the sunset is not in the right place. So you have to go with sunrise. It all depends on where the sun is. Because to get optimal lighting, you want to treat the sun as if it were a camera spotlight, you know. So when the sun is in the right place, it can greatly amplify your Dream Snap. T700 or T7 for Artemis 2 launch. Oh, is that today? Interesting. Now we just got to figure out what we want in the foreground on our left-hand side. Lee writes a silly question. Times are on... silly question. Times are on the timeline is sunrise and sunset. Oh, are you asking when sunrise and sunset is? So, the golden hour of sunset is actually 2 hours in the game. 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So, right now for me, it is 6 p.m. So, if I have 0 on the offset, then it's automatically going to be sunrise. Now, if it was 4 o'clock my time, I would need to do +2. And sunrise is the opposite. It's 12 hours from that. So if we go back 12 hours, it is sunrise. So sunrise is 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. and sunset is 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. April's Feather with the follow. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. And yeah, those are oftentimes some of the best lighting you can possibly use for your snaps. I don't always use sunset lighting, but it is very nice. Like, we have sunset lighting here. This is sunset lighting. Oh, yeah, and I was going to show Horizontal my spring snap. Yeah, this was what I did for the spring into style. But yeah, this is sunset lighting. This is sunset lighting. This is sunset lighting. This is sunset lighting. these are all pretty much all sunset, except for the nighttime ones. Yeah, it goes by local time, Lee Rat. So, but you can change that with the offset. So in your settings, there's the time offset. So right now, if I'm at 0, that means it's going to be exactly what time it is in the real world. So for me, it's 6:30. So now it's 6:30 in the game. So it's technically sunset. The weather sucks, but if I do this and it clears up, you know, we'll have that sunset lighting. So if you're playing the game at noon your time and you want sunset lighting, just do plus 6 hours. Also, guys, I'm going to grab a beverage real quick. I trust you guys will be well behaved while I'm away. I'll be back in just a moment. I just got to get something to drink because it's kind of hot in my studio. It'll help clear my head while I figure out what to do with the left-hand side.
It's all coming together.
You're adopted.
That's actually hilarious. I am not in danger. I am in danger.
Hello, Senpai. It's me, Donald Trump. I was watching you play Dreamlight Valley, and I watched you build the most beautiful world. Please call me back whenever you need to. I love you, Senpai.
Looks like here you were caught in broad daylight on CCTV different than AR setting.
Yes, I was told they would be happy by me.
Oh my god, bro. What? What are you guys doing? I thought you guys were gonna be good. Alright, I'm back. You don't have to. You don't have to do this anymore. I'm sorry. I'll never leave you again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please stop. Guys, I'm begging you, please. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry I left, okay? I'm sorry.
I'm not a cat.
I won't leave
Hey, have you
anymore.
seen my YouTube? I'm Senpai. Check out my YouTube.
Okay, very funny, very funny. You've had your fun. Okay, all right. Let's all calm down. Let's just relax for a minute. Sorry, I think my blood sugar was I was literally shaking, you guys. I was shaking. I made a boo-boo, and I didn't eat today. I did not eat. I think I had like a couple of Pringles this morning, and it caught up with me. I was starting to feel very shaky, so I had to scarf down something real quick. And I got a soda for my blood sugar, so hopefully that helps. That's my bad. Hey, Cheyenne! Thank you for the resub, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Lunar, so that's the worst feeling? Yeah, dude, it sucks. It just hit me, too. I was like, oh, God. What happened? Yeah, I left. I left for, like, 3 minutes. Lunar, says my Twitch chat works again. Yeah, it was probably all the seagulls. Yeah, they probably fixed it. I don't know if you noticed, but we had like, I don't know, there were like 48,000 seagulls here for a few minutes. I think they were working on fixing the chat. They got it working for you, apparently. That's probably what fixed it. Yeah. Jokes aside, that probably is what fixed it for you. So chaotic. Oh yeah, did any of you guys watch The Amazing Digital Circus? I know I talked about that like last week, and I told you guys to watch it if you haven't. Did anybody here check it out per my recommendation? It's really good. Yo, Guru, let's go. Thank you, my friend. Guru with the gifted sub. Sorry, I burped. Thank you. Excuse me. April's Feather. Brand new friend. Brand new first time chatter. Immediately catching a gifted sub. You guys are too nice. Look at that. Look at you sweethearts. All right, let's work on this. Let's work on this snap, you guys. Let's... Okay. Bro, I forgot it was raining. Oh, my God. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Now, this is a fun thing to have. I wonder if this would be better as like a crazy background note. I mean, it could be really cool under the big golden butterfly. It could almost look like he's perched on top of it. Nah, it kind of blocks him a little bit. We'd have to get it a little bit different for that. Guru said I brought her to you. Oh, no way. Nice. Well, thanks for bringing a new friend into the community. Let's go. And... wow. Dude, I'm like burping. I'm coughing. I'm hiccuping. I am sorry, you guys. I am sorry. This is a disgusting stream. I apologize. I'm like losing control of my body right now. I think we're getting it down. We're good. Things are coming together. It's all good. It's all good. Coca-Cola does that? Yeah. True. I know I want this Wish Blossom. I'm just not sure where. Still struggling with the pond being here, but that's okay. So that's kind of cool. I'm kind of digging that. Let's get everything in position and fix the weather. Oh, that's right. When you change the weather, it unpauses your avatar. That's... Oh my god, dude. That's so annoying. I mean, I love that. Yay. Okay. We got our beautiful bumblebee booty. We got our vignette. We got our saturation. I want more bright green, though. You know what? I could do, yeah, we're going to have to do bushes. We're going to have to do bright green bushes. I don't like the yellowish green of the grass here. So, to remedy that, we're going to go into underbrush. And we're going to find some happy greens. Like a little Bob Ross, you know, happy trees. So we have this vibrant green, more of the forest green. What about the plaza green? Yeah, see, now that's a nice bright green. And what is causing this shadow? It's you. Get the frick out of here. Now I'm going to move that back a little bit. Probably put some flowers in front of it. And we'll try 2 different shades of green here. We're going to try that bright green from the plaza. And we're going to try a nice meadow green. And I think the meadow and the plaza is the same, though. Oh, no, that's the one. Yeah, that's the meadow green. That's what we want. Yeah, peaceful meadow bush. Yeah. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I definitely want more of that vibrant, beautiful green. Let's put this down here next to me. A little lower. I don't want to see the bottom of it. Should we try this one? Could tuck it behind me, or I could tuck it over here. No, I need to be a little further in. Let's put one kind of behind the snail here. Yeah, it catches the light there really good. I wish we didn't have this pocket of the dark green right here. So that has to come down. Dang it. Not getting it just right. Geez, I hate the grass here. What about daytime lighting? I mean, it is a much brighter, happier green in the day. Might be a better idea to do daytime for this scene. With this environment. I don't like how... Oh, that scared me. Yo, baby Riley, thank you. Let's go, you guys. We
My
are
brother
now...
taught me how to beatbox.
Dang, we got 2 beatboxers now? Let's go. Dang. You're killing it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Good job. Good job. I like that. And thank you very much, my friend, for the very generous $10 dono. Super kind of you. Much appreciated. We are well over halfway on the goal now. Moving right along. Moving right along. 3,020 on the board. 2,000 biddies to go. Well, a little under 2,000 biddies to go. If we have 20 of our friends here, send only a mere 100 bits, we'll be done with the goal for the day. But again, if we do not hit today's goal, you guys, it is not the end of the world. We've hit 137 consecutive stream goals. That's a huge deal. So we've had quite the run here. We're overdue a loss. Jen for the big 300. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Much appreciated, my friend. 330 on the board now. Or 3,300, sorry. Numbers are hard. Yeah, I might end up... Also, I want to see if my Vitalis lanterns actually work since it's 6 p.m. I don't think they will. They never work in the DLC areas. Jeez, it got dark. What the heck? Is that rain? Yeah, they won't cast light. Gucci Mama, no way, bro. Gucci Mama coming in, knocking out the remainder of the goal. Thank you, thank you. Also, Gucci with the waves. Hello, my friend, hello. And thank you so much. Wow, you guys. The goal survived another day. That's 138 goals in a row now. And thank you so much, Riley and... Gucci Mama, thank you, you guys. Big shout out to Jingle as well. Jingle Bells, thank you for the big 300. Much appreciated, you guys. Much appreciated. The streak lives another day. I can't believe you guys have hit 138 now. That's actually insane. I want to look at the Bugs Life items, actually. Now that I think about it, Bugs Life has some cool stuff for this. You know what would be awesome that they could add to this game? Would be the ability for us to add our own tags. Imagine that. Because then you can, you can favorite items, which is kind of cool. But imagine being able to add your own tags to some of these items. So, like, you can tag things as big. You can tag things as background. Just imagine how cool that could be. I do like the popsicle sticks. Well, I probably don't want them blocking our butterflies. So we can probably move them over here a little bit. I really hate the way the rain looks in this game. Rain can be really pretty in some of these games. But in Dreamlight Valley, I hate the way the rain looks. It'd be cool if, like, after the rain, we got things like rainbows that spawned in or something. Something to make the rain a little bit more fun. Now, yeah, we have the option of sunset or midday. Well, I would want to do focus, and I probably want to adjust the light bloom. Yeah, there we go. That way the butterflies look a bit clearer. And then we want to boost saturation. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of what we're looking at here. Okay. Yeah, it's coming together. I like the vibrant greens we've added with that bush there. Now, in between the bush, I'm going to put some little flower petals, I think, down here. Just to spruce up that spot a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That's good. That's good. And thanks again, my friends. Thanks again. Gucci said, miss y'all so much. Now back to lurking. Enjoy your lurking, my friend. Hope you're having a good day, Gucci. And thank you for the big love. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for number 138 here. Moving right along. Yeah, I'm leaning towards daytime for this one over sunset. I like sunset here, but the grass just gets too dark, and I think it sucks a lot of the beauty out of the photo. So this might be one of those days where we do... But I do think the butterfly gets a bit too bright here, so taking the light bloom from 0 to 1% will get rid of that extra light on the butterfly. And then if we boost saturation after doing that, he gets really crisp, and we get a good look at him. Of course, I would change my hair, my makeup, but right now we're just kind of working with, you know, getting the settings that we're going to want for the environment we have. But it's looking pretty good. Go and said, especially since they can't tag themselves. Like the Slinky ride should be part of the Toy Story tag, but it isn't. Yeah, you would think. You would think. It probably just has the Disney tag though, because like a lot of the rides carry the Disney tag, but it should have both. Like I don't see why it doesn't have both. You know, like that would make a lot of sense. Yeah, I love the way we have the settings here. I think that's optimal. And I might move... Yeah, we're going to try to capture the shot with the yellow butterfly's wings fully extended towards the top. And I might try to move the popsicle sticks here, actually. Might move those somewhere else. I really like the beautiful flowers behind the... Oh my god, dude, this weather sucks. I like these orange flowers behind the snail. I can always put this over here with the... big shell. Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. It's blocking the blue butterfly just a little bit, so we're going to move it back some and then move this back some. All right. Now let's go back into landscaping. For underbrush, we do have this funky guy. A couple of these back here could be neat. Big mushies. We got the big flowers, but these are not really bad. They're good in the Ever After. They just don't look too good here. Oh, you know, this would be nice. The magnifying glass. Oh yeah, and this chair. I love this chair. I'm not sure where I would put it though. Like, I'd kind of be blocking it. Let me see. No, that's going to cover our butterfly. I do like the vines and... Oh, we won't see the mushroom because of the snail. So I'll have to move that mushroom over. So let's bring this over here. Let's make sure we can still see it when the snail comes out. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And I might do a couple more of the mushies back there. A little mushroom patch. They look a little bit too uniform. There we go. That's better. Oh, I like the chair there. Too bad our mushrooms will not glow if it's not sunset. Maybe we'll use something else. Let's go under trees. There's like a lot of really good mega size items here. Like we have these like cotton puffs. We can bring these pretty close. And I'm going to change the in-game time here. Just so we don't get sidetracked with items that aren't going to be glowing. There we go. Now, I do think we have the glowing purple mushrooms. Oh, yeah, there's the beehive flower. This thing is fun. They still haven't fixed these STARPATH trees. Look at that. Okay, 4-leaf clover. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. All right. Oh, did the rain finally stop? Let's go! Now we can just focus on not having to change the weather every single time we come back in here. I also wish you can save presets to your camera, because like while you're working on your Dreamsnap, it does kind of suck that you have to change it like every time you come back in to like get the settings you want. But it's coming together. Starting to take shape. We have some fun colors. Take care, Johnny. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. Always good to see you, brother. Always good to see you. Get your rest, my friend. Claire, hello. Claire said, can't wait for tomorrow. Welcome, Claire. Welcome. Jasmine said there's so much in the camera Game Off needs to fix. Yeah, I would definitely have to agree with you there. I mean, I'm glad we've seen some positive changes with the camera over time. Like, I'm really glad they've added sliders, but yeah, it needs a lot of work, especially with how big of a role Dreamsnaps plays in community engagement. Okay. What the heck? Where is that going? Well, we don't want to block the butterflies, so this big one is going to be a little tricky. I'm not sure. I might have to put this like more on the side. Well, let's get it right here and see. I really like the giant ladybug, though. So, which way will the ladybug catch the most sun? Oh, the sunflower's in the way for it to catch a good amount of the sun. And here I'm pretty sure it will definitely block the blue butterfly. Let's try here for now. Oh, I forgot to move that. Yeah, that's definitely going to be too obstructive of our butterflies. So we're going to have to change that. Could squeeze it over here, actually. I don't know if we would see the ladybug, though. But I do like the extra colors it adds to that top corner. I wonder if it would be worth getting rid of the wish blossom so we can see the ladybug. I think it might be. Well, the bee will cover it a little bit either way. I could hide the bee. We need something up here. I'm gonna try something different. Bear with me. Yeah, that could work. And then wings fully extended. Yeah, that way it fills up this side. I still want something over here. But then I can use like the shell back here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the ladybug plant right there. I could try moving it back some, but I don't know if it can... Oh, it can go back a little further. Let's see. Yeah, that works pretty good. It's got a pretty big footprint, though. Yeah, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. Nice. Let's go down to trees. Yeah, it's starting to take shape. We're starting to get the snap we want. Where's the Tinkerbell stuff? I guess is there a separate filter for Tinkerbell? There might be. I think there is. Disney fairies, maybe? I'm looking for the Tinkerbell furniture collection. Like the there's like a table. There it is, Tinker's table. How did I miss that? There's also this mushroom seat, or table. And then for seats. Oh yeah, the leaf canopy bed is kind of cute. I don't know if I would do that. Let's set that over here. Seating. Yeah, the thread spool. That's what I was looking for. How is it raining again? Already. It was just thunderstorming. I wish the rain would leave me alone in this game. This is starting to look pretty fun, though. I'm pretty happy with the way it's coming together. What? Bro. Don't tell me you're going to do that thing where... Okay, I'll just move this one up then. Where you play something and it just immediately deletes it. Very fun, very fun. Okay, good. Now we got that sunflower up there. Oh my god, it's thunderstorming again. Jeez. This game hates me. So Garden of Whimsy, we got some fun things in here. I really don't like these singing pansies, they freak me out. This one could be kind of neat, but I'm looking for things that seem a bit more natural. Can we see those? Yeah, they kind of come into the frame a little. I can move them in a little bit more. There we go. That's better. Now, where's my little teapot house? Did I get rid of it? Whoops, sorry. I guess I put it away. Oh, okay. Houses. Yeah, I put it away. I'm thinking about putting this back here. I would, of course, get rid of the mailbox. Yeah, Teapot House is all right back there as a filler item. Ronald Boggs with the follow. Thank you, Ronald. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Great to have you on the Twitch fam. Okay. Any other cute little houses that would work for this idea? The beehive house could. It's, no, I think it's going to be too big. But it is a good option this week. I think it would definitely block our butterflies. I mean, I could try it instead of the teapot house. Hang on. Let me see. I mean, it's definitely a good filler item in the back. Wow, yeah, it fills up that cavern perfectly. And it provides a nice yellow backdrop for my green dress. I'm kind of feeling that, honestly. I'm kind of feeling the teapot house a bit more than... Or I'm feeling the beehive house a little bit more than the teapot house. I can use both. We can still place the teapot house in there. It does cover the blue butterfly a little bit, but he's not the star of the show anyway. Let's get our settings right and then see how we feel about it. So, focus. Vignette. Light bloom. Sunny weather on. Saturation. And of course, we would do our makeup and stuff differently. So that's how we're looking. Yeah. Pretty cool. You think using an unnatural skin color would be good with this theme? Was unsure on using one or not. Yeah, you know, if you're going like mystical, magical, you know, fairy, there's so many different ways to approach this theme. So you can do an Alice in Wonderland style. You can do like a fairy or a nymph, like a little forest nymph with like green skin. There's a lot of different approaches you can take. As long as you capture the theme of, you know, the environment being larger than life and you being shrunk, then all of those things are acceptable. I haven't styled my avatar yet. I've only done the dress just because I'm trying to find out what works for what I'm doing here. But yeah, I'll definitely be changing her makeup, her hair. This is just for tomorrow's YouTube video, because I always do a guide on the challenge. And sometimes the video takes a little bit longer to come out than it should because I'm trying to build my snap theme. Whereas if I can, you know, make a snap environment beforehand, maybe we can get the video out a little bit earlier tomorrow. Goofy, why are we murdering? We don't have to do that. There's no cause for that right now, Goofy. Yeah, I like the wood planks. It definitely breaks up.
We all know you're guilty.
Guilty?
The wood planks, bro. The wood planks definitely do well to break up the green of my dress, so I think we're definitely going to use those. There we go. Now we have the yellow beehive and the wood planks behind us, which is going to be really nice to help my outfit stand out a bit more in this very green environment. So we'll just want to get focus up. we'll want to get... I mean, the vignette's actually not bad at the daytime. We could go with vignette off, but I don't mind it being on. Light bloom definitely needs to go off, though, so we can see the butterfly better. Yeah, this is starting to work. Cheesebon says, what's everyone thinking for Small Wonders this week? Well, that's a good question, Cheese. That's a good question. I know you didn't really get a reply to your question in YouTube. I think everybody's lurking right now. I've been live for a while. A lot of people are probably working on their Dreamsnap at the moment as well. There's a few more chatters over on Twitch, but as far as what I've heard, there's a lot of different approaches people are taking this week. I know some people that are doing like Alice in Wonderland. I know some people are going with a fairy-inspired build. Some people are doing like heavy mushroom scenes. So there's a lot of fun and unique ways to approach this week's challenge. I think one of the more commonplace builds is going to be things like this in Pixie Acres. Since the entire biome is designed to be larger than life, I think, you know, it's just an easy direction to go in. So I think this will be very common. And that's why I chose to highlight this particular build for my YouTube video for tomorrow. I wonder if I should do another wood plank. Like a set of them around the table here. I do kind of like that. It makes it seem like a little fairy, you know, sitting space with the popsicle lights, right? One thing I do want to do here is break up how straight these planks are. Let's move this one down and let's turn this one in. Might need to move these back a hair for that. There we go. That's better. That, oh, we still have one. I'm going to turn this one. There we go. Now I think we got it. Hope said, would a build like this work with the outfit in the premium shop today? Yeah. The outfit in the premium shop actually kind of fits the definition of whimsical. So for my YouTube video tomorrow, we're going to talk about that. I'm just going to pass on the outfit. It's like not my favorite, but you know, it talks about a whimsical outfit. Whimsical is defined as playfully quaint or fanciful, especially in an appealing and amusing way. And the jester, their job was to amuse the court. So the outfit in the shop this week is very amusing. That's why they pretty much always will put new items in the shop that are made to go with the challenge. So yes, this week's shop item does work really well for the challenge if you're trying to come up with a whimsical outfit. But, you know, when it comes to something being fanciful or whimsical, something like this works as well. You do not have to buy the jester outfit. But yeah, if you did get it, it could work great. Dude, adding the wood planks completely changed the vibe. And the beehive, the last two things we added, the beehive and the wood planks has like really brought this snap together for me. I'm really happy with the way it ended up coming together. And we got our little snail friend coming out. So we get the snail and then we get the yellow butterfly to put his wings all the way up and boom. There we go. That's what we're looking at, I think, for tomorrow's video. I think this is good enough for our YouTube guide on the challenge. What do you guys think? You think this is good enough for the YouTube guide? I really like it. I like the spool as the seat and the little tinker table. I like the popsicle lights. We have the ladybug. We have a big bee. We have a big butterfly. We have a big snail. Good colors. Beautiful bright blue sky. Now, I haven't done the hair or makeup, but we should definitely do that. Hope said, it's purty. Creepy said, looks great. Clinksy said, love it a lot. Nice, nice. Cheesebone said, I thought about a Toy Story type setup. Yeah, that could totally work too. Toy Story is a fun idea. I haven't heard too many people talk about that, but yeah, I think Toy Story could be really good. I mean, honestly, dude, if you had like only 5 minutes to make your snap this week, you could literally just go to the Toy Story realm and snap a photo there, and it's kind of on theme. So, like, you know, if you don't want to do any work, you can just do the Toy Story realm would actually be really good. I mean, but people will know it's a realm, so that could impact performance. But yeah, if you just don't have a lot of time, I think it's a good option. I really like that we brought in these big orange flowers, because I've never used this item before. So the big orange flowers from that tree Tigger was trapped in. It did crash my game picking it up, but I'm glad it worked. Glad it worked out. Shinosaurus says, I'm going Toy Story. Nice, nice. Yeah, Toy Story is great. And I mean, you'll have stuff. I mean, like I said, if you want to use the realm, dude, there's stuff in the realm that doesn't exist in the game. Like, you can have a giant bed and like like all these cool items in there too. So if you're busy with other games or you're busy with work this week and you just want to do the theme and like have a chance for moonstones, the Toy Story realm could work out. I just wish we could bring villagers with us, but then again, you probably don't want to bring like Buzz and Woody because they'll be tiny. We should be able to bring Buzz and Woody to the Toy Story realm and have them be the size they were when we met them there. I think that would be cool. Imagine like posing with Buzz and Woody, but they're like human size and you're in the Toy Story realm. Like how cool would that be? So let's turn off the dragon. We're not going to be using the dragon pose. We did decide on the bee. And let's address our hair and makeup and maybe our eye color. And then I think we'll be pretty satisfied with where we are. Now we do have the yellow beehive behind us. We have kind of the tan wood and we have a green dress. So for hair, why is it looking at my feet? Okay. Ooh, like a funky light green could be kind of cool. And we do have that little red rose on our dress as well. So like a little reddish hue could be a nice balance to that as well. I think I'm going to mess around with the light green first. Because like, I don't know, that looks kind of funky. It might not look good with the picture though. We're going to have to see. Dang, the other colors don't show through at all when I do that though. Hang on. A darker green could be nice. Wait a second, wait a second. What if... Stop it. What if we put on the leafy head? Could be kind of neat. I've never used this hairstyle in a snap before, so I feel like that could be kind of fun. Precious said that's super cute. The leafy one, yeah, it's pretty neat. You know, I've had it ever since we first unlocked it like years ago, and I've never used it, so it would be kind of neat to use this week. It's not my favorite, but I do think it could be super unique. I think, you know, there might not be a lot of people utilizing it, so it could be fun. I mean, if I put it in the video, a lot of people might use it. I don't know. Oh, Black Knight. So the realm, realms and houses will work if they have the decor, if they have any decor that has those tags. So like, just like for Dreamsnaps, that when we used to have the tag system, oh, it's always been there, but people used to take decor challenge photos inside of realms and villager houses, and they still worked as long as those realms or houses had furniture that registered for the tags. So yeah, it'll ultimately depend. Like, there's wall art in the Toy Story realm that has some of the tags, but you would need, like, for example, I can't place it out here, but in the Toy Story realm, in the closet, there's that little penguin picture that looks like it was drawn by a kid. That would register on your tags. Unless they changed it, you know, to where it doesn't work anymore. But yeah, there's been decor challenges submitted from realms in the past. And also, for something to register in the camera doesn't actually have to see it. It just has to be within 90 squares of the camera. Okay, Olaf. I don't know where you came from. So yeah, you would still need the tags, but there might be items around you can use to pull it off. I might end up using this hair. Considering I've never used it. I think it could be kind of fun. Let's save that example to the gallery. Try to get another one with the butterfly wings all the way up and with the snail out. There we go. Oh, he had to be looking away, didn't he? There we go. Now we got one. Yeah, that's good. You can see the butterflies really well. Oh, I don't have the tags needed. I need bold, art, and... Oh, I have to have a back piece. Okay, well, let's add some background items. So we gotta go... bold... I can just find something small to hide. Brookie Cookie, thank you for the follow, my friend. Welcome, Brookie, welcome. Yeah, I'm just going to put this candle back here for now. I like the way everything looks, so I don't really want to change anything. So bold. We'll probably need one more bold. Put this pop-up book back here as well. And we needed art. The fairy harp, that's pretty good. Ooh, we can actually put that near the foreground, like right here. I wish I could put it on the table. Okay, and we actually did find a pretty nice item under art. What else might we have here? Wally's boot. Not much, really. Not much. There's no picture for the Tiggerific billboard for some reason. Well, the fairy harp works. We'll just throw these Mickey Mouse photo holders back here as well, just for an extra art item. Okay, now what else do we need to submit here? Let's check. A back piece. Right. Well, I guess I could go with the Tinker Wings. At least they're translucent. Olaf, I think it would be awesome if you just went away. Something feels different. I think time of day might have changed again. Well, I do like the little cotton puffs that show up in the earlier hours of the day. But something else feels different too. Like something with the lighting. Let's try to get the pose down. I kind of like this one with the bee like really close. Yeah, let's save that one in the gallery. That's a nice one. Now, I do think it might be worth having something a bit closer to me on the bottom left. I wonder if bringing up the fairy harp even closer would be a good play. So maybe it looks like I've been playing the fairy harp. It is kind of in the shade of this bush, though, but we'll see. Okay, maybe... Why would the snail run away right then? That was rude. Come back, buddy. It's okay. Nobody's gonna hurt you. He's looking away now. There we go. Okay, at least we kind of got him that time. All right, there we go. There we go. Yeah, that's kind of fun. We'll save that one too. And then I'm going to move the heart back, and I'm going to put something different there. So now let's put this back where it was. And let's look for similar items, and we'll see what we can put towards the front here. I mean, we could do this funky bench. This is a nice bench, though. Can always have that come out here a little. Just add more texture there. If this wasn't so tall, I think this would be a cool... It also can't go on the wood platforms, but I think that would be a cool item. That chair might work. I probably don't need all this furniture. I'm just kind of messing around with it for now. Yeah, I don't mind the chair, but I think it would need to be a little closer. And unfortunately... Okay, yeah, I can turn this bush, and then we can get the chair closer to the bush. It's blocking our spool. Oh, yeah, we do not want to see the branches of the bush. So that's going to have to come down a little. Yeah, there we go. I kind of like the original more. But, you know, you gotta experiment. Let's see, villagers. Nope, get out of here, Olaf. Sunny weather on. Get our little bee pose going. Oh, my wings are really open on this one. That's pretty fun. Let's see how I feel about it compared to the original. Oh, I do like it more when the bee is closer, though, like this. I think I like that more. The OG here might be my favorite. Let's try one with the bee up close, like we had in those others. And the bee makes sense since we have the big beehive in the back. Here we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. Shauna said, so cute. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you. Cheesemon said the 90 square rule explains why it's so hard to avoid touch of magic items when they're submitted. Yeah, it's they can be so far away and still register. I mean, honestly, I think the touch of magic items actually apply beyond the 90 square rule. Like, I've been multiple biomes over and they've still detected them. It's like a failsafe because they're worried people might insert like inappropriate stuff with touch of magic, potentially, even if it's really far away. So I think as long as your camera's pointed towards touch of magic, it's going to run the risk of making the photo ineligible for submission. Yeah, I really like the way this turned out. I'm not sure which one of these two delete, though. They're all very similar. We'll get rid of the one with the bee booty here. All right, very nice, very nice. Bonnie said, whoa, it's come a long way. Oh, have you been gone for a while? Yeah, for the first, like, hour or so, it was me struggling with, like, 1 or 2 items in the mid-ground. So if you left and came back, it's probably like, what the heck? It's a completely different scene now. But, you know, that's how my Dreamsnaps usually work. It's just trial and error. Like, I start with an idea, and the idea here was, like, we want the giant butterfly. That's what we want as, like, a fun backdrop to, like, really showcase that we're small. And then, you know, we started playing around with, like, the items, time of day, lighting, different outfits, and just tried a bunch of different stuff until something kind of came together. Bonnie said, yeah, my mom plays Dreamlight Valley, so I was doing her Dreamsnap for the week. She struggles on the Switch, whereas I play on PC, much easier. Oh, do you log into her account on PC and do it on PC for her? Yeah, that's awesome. Bonnie said, yeah, it looks so good. Heather said, I left and came back. It looks so good. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, this will be in tomorrow's video. That's the main reason we're making this, because this is one of the reasons my Thursday videos come out so late, is because I spend the morning trying to make the scene. That's why I want to start doing this on Wednesdays. I want to build the scene for the YouTube video on Wednesday. That way, when I wake up Thursday, I can get right into making the movie for the tips. No, I just try to make the Switch settings work. It's a lot more difficult. Yeah, fair. It's definitely a lot easier to do Dreamsnaps on PC, for sure. It's kind of a different game. Switch 2 does seem to look a lot better, though. I would love to try the game on Switch 2 since I have a Switch 2. It's just, I don't want to buy Dreamlight Valley again. Like, there's not much of a reason for me to buy another copy of the game, you know what I mean? Dang, I should have done my makeup before I saved these to the gallery. Flynn, why did you jump scare me? I don't know where my camera's trying to look. Yeah, we're going to do bright green eyes. I want we did bright green eyes with the heart. I don't know, stick with these for now. Also, very big shout out to you guys here as well. I just want to say thank you again, everybody, for goal number 138. That is so awesome. I really appreciate it. You know, I've told you guys each day for like the past couple of weeks, like, you know, it's okay to miss a goal. We've had a heck of a run. If we end up missing the goal on one of these streams, like, you know, we should just be very proud that we've had such a good consistent run with the goals. Like, it's really amazing that we've hit this many in a row. Yet that has not stopped you guys from continuing to just hit goal after goal. So thank you again. Hey, Granny!
Hey, Senpai. Nice to see you on YouTube.
Yes, hello, Granny. Hello. Welcome. Yeah, I'm over here on the red side. Thanks for dropping by the YouTube stream, my friend. Ooh, I like that. I like that. That actually goes really well with the hair. Okay, I like that eye setup we have. I like the dark brown eyebrows because they look like the twigs. Now, for the lip color, I might keep red. I don't know. Or we can do a darker, almost like a brown to kind of match the twigs as well. Like that. That it's a very foresty feel, I think. The red's not bad. Or we can do a dark brown with a little bit of red in the middle. I think that could work. Oh, if I do that, it might be worth it to do something more like this. With the red on the outside, maybe? No. I kind of like it the way it was before. Yeah, she looks beautiful. Now for accessories. What kind of options do we have for neckwear? I don't like that the emblem there kind of glitches through the leaf. We do have this. Oh yeah. Oh dude, yeah, that with the hair and with the leaf dress. Yeah, let's leaf it up. Well, there's also... Oh, I can wear this with it? Oh, my God. Yeah, we can do both of these. I mean, you can't really see the other one, but still, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we're gonna really leaf things up here. I can even do, like, the kelp bracelet. I know it's more of an oceany thing, but it's more green, more plants. So we can do that. Now, I don't think we really have any... Oh, there's the witch gloves. Oh, dude. Yeah, we are plantified right now, if that's a word. I don't know. Flynn, bro, I'm not going to make out with you. Get out of my face. Go see Rapunzel. No villagers. Yeah, I'm really digging the fit. I think we can take off the kelp bracelet since we have the witchy gauntlets here. So let's go back to bracelets. And let's just get rid of that. Oh, I could put the crystals on here. Oh my god, no way, dude. That's sick looking. Yeah, let's go with the crystals. Yeah, now we got that fairy magic. Okay. So, set the sunny. Get our B pose going. Go ahead and set focus. Dang it, my wings were more open in the other shots. Why? Oh, I might have to start the pose when the wings are open. That might be what triggers it to be like that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We have to execute the pose when the wings are open, and then they'll be open throughout the pose. Okay, saturation. Vignette off. I'll take it back that way. We can have a tiny bit of vignette. maybe 10. We need to turn light bloom to 1% so the butterfly doesn't blind us. Focus is good. I think we can take saturation of 0.3 instead of 0.4. Not feeling the lip. I might change the lipstick. I might just go dark all around here. It would be easier for me to set up if it would let me freaking... There we go. Yeah, I think that's better. I didn't let my wings open. Dang it. It's always something. Open the wings. Boom. There we go. I don't know. I do like the leaf scarf we have, but the exposed shoulders, I think, were really charming in the original. Her switch to, since the update, has been really smooth and amazing FPS-wise, but the photo settings are so jaggedy. Gotcha. Yeah, I was interested in trying it for the Switch 2, just so I can kind of... Yeah, I would love to do a review on how it is for the Switch 2. Crane said, what's the theme this week? Crane, the theme this week is... I forget the name of it, but it's basically like you're very tiny. And you need to look like you're in a world big, you know, a big world. So it's kind of like playing up size. So it's, you know, you can do Toy Story, you can do Alice in Wonderland, you can do Pixie Acres. As long as you build the scene to where your character looks like they're in a kind of larger than life world. Yeah, I think I might have liked it more without the scarf. I also kind of miss the red lip. I felt like it balanced pretty well. And we could always do the, like, kind of shade in between the two. And then we might get rid of the... Oh, we did save one with it, so... Yeah, maybe that neck piece instead. That does look good. I don't have the wings half open on this one. I might actually keep the vignette on. We'll see. Or I could, yeah, you know what? I'll do vignette, but I'll minimize it a little bit like that. That way we get the best of both worlds. So it's still got the vignette, but it's not full power like it usually is. There we go. I'm pretty happy with that one. The clouds are pretty nice here, too. We had some good clouds in that shot. I think it captures her makeup well, too.